What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We got a lot of people already hopping in. Hope you guys have had a good week, good couple of days. We got an awesome stream lined up for you guys today. A lot of people already jumping in. Love to see it today. Honestly, we don't have much bowling news, but we do have giveaway news for the channel. So just like we did on Monday, today is a day where we are giving away. Let me find them. Okay, there's a lot. They're all over the place too. We are giving away all of these shammies. We are giving away 12 ZVL bowling shammies today, and we are going to be doing that on YouTube and on Twitch. Quick reminder to everybody, if you are joining us from one of the other platforms, make sure to go join on Twitch or YouTube. We are going to have a raffle every 10 minutes. We are giving away a brand new chamois. Congratulations to the 8 people that won on Monday. We have 12 more being given away today. But these are all courtesy of what you can see in the corner, DH Lab Bowling. They are the ones who create these beautiful, beautiful chamois. You can get one of these actually on their website, only $25 after shipping, and you are good to go to get these. And then also Creating the Difference. This is actually due to Ron Hicklin from Creating the Difference that we actually are giving these away. So how'd that happen? Well, we had a video with Ron about the Brunswick Fury. Go check that out on the Creating the Difference channel. And we had a little bet going where if I won, Ron would give away 20 of my chamois. But if they won, Ron would give away a bunch of their BAM pads. I ended up winning. So we are giving away all of these chamois today. I need to make sure I have my paper with me so I can write everything down. Then we are going to be good to go. What we're going to do is we're actually going to start from the top on these because we are already almost out of these purple and gold chamois. On Monday, everybody was able to choose, but right now we have not. So the raffle is not open yet. I'm going to open that real quick. Ba-bang. The raffle is officially open. Exclamation point raffle will get you into it. If you already did it, try doing it one more time. Exclamation point raffle will get you into the giveaway. In 10 minutes at 6:15, we'll be giving away chamois number 1. Huge thank you to everybody that joins in that. But let's see how everyone's doing today. Let's see how everyone's doing. Everybody on TikTok, we are unfortunately only doing this on Twitch and YouTube. I cannot have a there's no plugin really to be able to let me give stuff away on all 4 platforms. Well, let's see how everybody's doing. Yofo being the first one in today. Yofo was here like 10 minutes after I popped this open, which was wild. That was awesome to see. Mike, what's going on? Axty, how you doing? Insert name. Johnny. Mike with a 4-month resub over on Twitch. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate it. If you guys want ad-free viewing, remember Twitch is going to be the best way to find it. Let's see. Matthew, Billy, Elaine, Les, Abe, Lamont, Furious. Oh, we have so many people that are jumping in today. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's see. Any big things going on? David, thank you for the 10 jewels over on YouTube. Really appreciate that. Yes, these chamois do increase your average by 15 pins. Tank, what is your opinion on getting a Viking Conquest, even though I have Zero Mercy? I don't recommend it. So I really don't recommend getting a lot of those super strong bowling balls. Mr. Zane, thank you for the subscription, because they're just going to be all a little too close together. So I always recommend having only really one in that category. If you are super, super speed dominant, that could be a point where you do it, but then you need some surface changes because the Viking Conquest is just a hair weaker than the Zero Mercy Solid. So I wouldn't really recommend it. Reminder too, on the raffle, you must be subscribed on YouTube or following on Twitch to be able to win the raffle. FYI on that front. I did see I just saw somebody comment. Where'd you go? I saw my boy from Alaska who gave me this awesome ball cup. Where'd you go? There you are. Hockey Kid, what's going on? I got to meet you at Junior Gold from Alaska. Yes, I still have it. I actually use it at my desk. So huge thank you, man. Great to see you. It was awesome meeting you over at Junior Gold as well. Awesome to meet you over at Junior Gold. Super fun time. I saw another question come in here. Remember, these are full Q&As going on during all of our live streams. So if you guys have any questions about anything bowling, we are here to answer those questions. Just like Jake asking about the Heckler Hybrid. Heckler Hybrid was a good ball, just no one cared about it because it had his Deviate logo on the side. It was a good piece. It had the no thumb technology, which kind of mixed reactions from it for people, because there's actually a lot of one-handers who don't think they can throw the deviate stuff because it is that no thumb tech. Now, that isn't really how the core works. It can be used if you're one-handed or two-handed, but yeah, a lot of people just kind of ignored it. It's a good piece. It's a little quicker than you'd expect, but overall, it's a great ball. It's a great ball. Brandon, how do I grow as tall as you? Man, a lot more chicken nuggets and you're good to go. That's all it is. It's all that got me here. David Merkins, what's going on? When is that ball test at Junior Gold? It's already done. Yeah, Junior Gold happened last week and there's a ball demo there, if that's what you're referring to. But yeah, I have some clips of it coming out probably in the next couple of days. My cousin was competing in the 12U division, so he let me kind of follow him around at the ball demo and get some videos of him throwing some of the new stuff, which was really fun to see. I didn't get a video of him throwing the warning alert or the combat solid. Those two were full when we went over there, but we pretty much got a video of almost everything else. By the way, drink of the day, Bubbla Triple Berry, the best kind of Bubbla there is. The greatest kind of Bubbla. And Kai, thank you for becoming a member for 14 months over on YouTube. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you. Remember, if you want to get early access to a lot of our charts and graphs that we create on the channel, make sure to go join our membership program over on YouTube. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, Maker, can you talk about some of the advantages of different bowling styles? Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with two-handed. Advantages, higher rev rate, and you don't have to deal with a thumb. Thumbs are the hardest part in bowling because fits are one of the most difficult things to really get in bowling and get it correctly, because a lot of people, like, they want to squeeze with their thumb, or pro shops make them too small or too large. So being able to take care of that completely, make sure your fit is good almost 100% of the time, which is awesome. So it has a lot of advantages there. It adds a lot of consistency. The negatives, it's much harder to project the ball, go left to right with it. It is also much more difficult to generate ball speed. A lot of guys struggle with that. A lot of two-handers are rev dominant, sometimes extremely rev dominant, and that is because it is harder to generate ball speed when you don't have the higher backswing. So those are the positives and the negatives of two-handed. One-handed is kind of the opposites, the big negative with one-handed, using this thumb. However, a one-hander can manipulate the ball way better than a two-hander. So if you want a lower axis rotation or raise it, it's much easier for a one-hander to do. Two-handers, they still are can be fantastic at it, but it's a lot more difficult to get to that point. UFO spinner is a fun one. That's basically, that was something that originated over in, I believe, it was somewhere in Asia. I don't remember exactly what country started it. But basically, you throw your ball and it just kind of spins like a top, and it's like a 12-pound ball, and you just kind of throw it at the head pin. And that's really good if you want to shoot 190. If you want to shoot 190, that is the best style for you, but you're not going to shoot above 210 very often. That is the one pro and con. Aaron Gull, what's going on? I saw Agent Ong Open hanging out over on Facebook. What's up? What's up? Tonio, what's going on? How you doing? No pants. I hope that's not true right now. I've got a full effect and a Black Widow Mania. What would be a good solid to add? If you want something strong yet, that's where like a Spawn or a Black Widow Dynasty comes in, especially if you like your Mania. If you want something a little bit weaker, I'd say Brunswick Alert. Brunswick Alert is probably a top 5 bowling ball in the market today. I would argue it's top 5. You could make an argument top 3, but I would say top 5. XD, I did not watch your video on the AMF League announcement. Yeah, for a quick TLDR, a couple, was that just yesterday? No, 2 days ago. No, it was just yesterday. Lucky Strike came out and announced that they are now changing some of their centers over to AMF centers, and that's going to be their way to kind of distinguish the higher competition bowling centers and then the open play centers. So the Lucky Strike or the Bolero centers are going to be more focused on like that nightlife feel, kind of what Bolero's been doing for the last 5 or 10 years. AMF is going to be more of that old school traditional. Now, you might have noticed something I noticed the last couple of days is that all of the PBA pros are now AMF partners, or at least a handful are. I saw Belmo, I saw D-Tang, and I saw EJ at a minimum are all AMF partners. So that's kind of their way to kind of promote that, like, hey, these are going to be for high level competition. Quick check on the SHAMMY giveaway. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. We don't have many people that are hopping in, so... Oh, no, we do. We do. I changed the ticket system on my side. Never mind. 2.5 minutes, exclamation point raffle. Remember, you have to be a subscriber on YouTube or a follower on Twitch to be able to win. If you are not that, my algorithm or my code will just skip right over you. So make sure that you are subscribed or followed. Russell, thank you for the sub. Let's see. Brandon, I'm about to start throwing UFO style if I don't win tournaments soon. I mean, you might cash at like the insanely hard tournaments with UFO, but it's gonna be hard to win, especially if it's a house shot. Like then you are screwed. Paco, what do you think about short pin layouts instead of urethane? I'm with the PBA pros on this one of short pin is not really great when urethane is in play. Short pin had a purpose before urethane became huge, but because of urethane, and then after that, like if urethane gets banned, we're going to have concepts and NU 2.0s. I don't see much of a use of short pin. I think the people who will like it best are the extremely rev dominant crowd. They're going to really like short pin because it's going to make stuff smooth and it's not going to let it overreact on them. So for the extremely rev dominant crowd, it'll be good. Otherwise, I think there's better bowling balls for those situations. And that's an opinion that 95% of PBA pros have as well. So I'm kind of with them on this one. G9 Sneak, what's going on, man? Is it better to build arsenals based off of cover stocks or cores or a bit of both? I have an Origin, Cosmos, and Typhoon, so not sure if I need a symmetric solid. So, you should use that, and you should use a little bit more. You should make an arsenal off of really a couple of different things. You need your core. Is it asymmetrical or symmetrical? What are the numbers of it? You need your cover stock. Is it solid, hybrid, pearl, urethane, plastic, whatever it may be, not urethane, whatever. Cover stock strength, which is the toughest one to find. How strong is that cover stock? Because the strongest pearl cover stock is going to hook earlier than the weakest solid cover stock. And then finally is the surface on that bowling ball. What kind of grit is going to be on that ball? If you put all four of those things together, that's going to help you determine where a ball fits in your lineup. So for you, you've got Origin. We've got 30 more seconds for the giveaway, by the way. Origin, Cosmos, Typhoon. So Origin is a super strong ball. Cosmos is going to be like basically a symmetrical version of it. Typhoon is going to be the lowest end. So it's really up to you. Do you want something smoother than all the stuff you have? Because you have a lot of shiny stuff. But you don't have anything really dull. How do we get into the giveaway? Yeah, we will be giving away 12 ZVL bowling chamois of different colors today, and we're going to be doing it every 10 minutes over on Twitch or on YouTube. Those are the two places that you're going to be able to find it. All right, giveaway number one, we are going to pick our winner. The winner, you remember this point. If you win, if I say your name and you show up in the chat, you have to say something in 3 minutes. You have about 3 minutes to be able to say something in chat. Thank you for the chili, Abe. And if you do not, we are going to skip you and go to the next person. So if you are picked, make sure to say that. Then if you win, you have to DM me or email me. DMs are on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. Email zvlbowling@outlook.com. You need to send me proof that you are actually you. Send a picture of your actual profile that you're logged in with the same exact username, then your address, and we should be good to go. So the first winner, we are going to give away pink and purple first. Pink and purple winner is going to be... I'm not Link over on Twitch. I had to look at it for a second. I'm not Link over on Twitch. Make sure you come in and say something. I know there are sometimes ads over there, so I'll give it a couple of minutes before we officially finalize it. Is that from me? Is there music coming from somewhere? Oh, that's on Twitch. It's like, what the heck? There was music coming from someplace, but we're good. All right, so I'm not Link over on Twitch. Make sure you say, hi, you're here, Link. What's going on? Link, congratulations, winning purple. Let's see. I'm not Link. All right, you're winning a pink and purple chamois. Congratulations. You are, shoot me a DM on any platform, and you will be good to go. All right. Let's open up. We're going to close that giveaway. Giveaway number 2. Remember, to join giveaway number 2, make sure you have to do exclamation point raffle yet again. Apologies for that, but every 10 minutes you're going to have to re-enter yourself because that's how the giveaway process unfortunately works with the software that I use. So exclamation point raffle over on YouTube or Twitch to be able to join number 2. But as we do that, we are going to be continuing to read some comments. Brandon, as someone who works for Lucky Strikes, I'm skeptical about the brand split. Understandable. Jaybird, thank you for the 1,000 jewels in the loot box. No, understandable. And I've heard that a lot from a lot of guys. And I had some arguments online with a couple of people about it. Is a lot of people, I mean, my comment sections are miserably angry everywhere when I mention the word Lucky Strikes or Bolero or AMF. It's just how it is. But my focus was, let's wait to see what happens. Let's wait to see what they do. If they are, if they do end up fumbling it, we need to call it out. If they end up succeeding at it, I don't think we should be attacking it before it even happens, is my big one. I know they have a terrible track record in a lot of senses, but we got to still give them benefit of the doubt in these situations because they are the largest company in bowling. Remember, if Bolero goes away, we lose over 15% of our bowling centers in the nation. Over 15% are gone. Absolutely gonski. So here we go. We have about 8.5 minutes for the next giveaway. Let me catch back up over on here. It's always a little difficult to keep up with chat solely because there are so many exclamation point raffles. Let's see. Oh yeah, there they come. Yeah, and then my Streamlabs has to enter in, so there's a lot going on. Barry Guy, we hit. How do we enter? Is the Purple Hammer 78D more hook than the Purple Hammer Urethane from Benji? The answer is no. So yes, the Purple Hammer has a stronger core, but the cover stock is a lot harder. The softer a bowling ball is, the more it's going to hook. So the softer urethanes, Purple Hammer and Pink Widow and Pitch Black are going to be the main three, mainly Purple Hammer and Pitch Black, but Pink Widow as well. Those are going to hook more solely because the cover is so soft on them. Because of the soft cover stock, they want to hook earlier. They want to go through the pins better. So that Purple Hammer 78, they tried to mimic the original Purple as best they could, but it just flares more. So it's going to hook more early, but the minute there's early friction, the ball is kind of 50-50. Low key, I'm thinking of drilling one out of curiosity. So I might be doing that. I have a tournament I'm getting, a couple of tournaments I'm getting into this year that are 78 hardness only. So I'm going to pick up a black hammer and I might pick up the purple 78 as well. Kind of tempted to do it. Quick reminder, you got to be subscribed or followed to be able to win the giveaway. Mike Seabrook, would the Sapphire IQ complement the Spartan Pearl? Yeah, I think so. There's going to be a pretty big difference between the two, but that's A-okay. So the IQ Sapphire is what I consider weak and sharp. That's one of the weaker bowling balls you can get on the market. Spartan Pearl is going to be strong and sharp. So that's going to be the big difference between those two. So there's a lot of room between those strong ASIM pearls and the weaker symmetrical pearls. What would be a good next ball if I have a phase 2 pearl and some 80s urethane? You might like something shiny. You have nothing shiny in there. Something shiny could be something like, Game Breaker 5 pearl, phase 2. Oh no, you have phase 2 pearl. Sorry, another solid would be decent. Like a phase 2 solid, an alert, a venom shock, something like that. Something like that. All right, let me try scrolling through all of the exclamation point raffles, see if we have any other comments. I'm gonna miss a couple things, so if I missed your comment, please enter it one more time, and I'll hit it the second time. It said I had to use the jewels, Jaybird. I'm okay with that, man. Johnny, thank you for the 200 jewels for Sunshine. I don't know what the jewels are yet. I think it's supposed to be like a TikTok gifting service, but I don't really know. In all honesty, I don't really know. Barry Guy, I have a GB5 hybrid, a transformer, and I'm getting an Ocean Vibe Pearl. That's a pretty good combo. I like what you have right now. I would say it depends what you want between that Game Breaker 5 and that transformer. Do you want something bigger and shiny? Something bigger and a little bit quicker? That could be a good choice. That would be more of like an asymmetrical shiny hybrid or pearl to go below the transformer. So I think a lot of that could be, something there could be pretty decent. David, I just want to ask what a good ball cleaner is. There's a lot of really good ball cleaners. Tack Up is my personal favorite for our pro shop. That one's easiest to use. Otherwise, every company has their own cleaner. Most are very, very similar. So it's kind of whichever one you like best in some ways, but I like Tack Up personally. I think that one gets off grime and grease a lot better than some of the others. Tank, what is your opinion on the Ion Max Pearl? I hear some people say it's the worst storm ball in years. Who said that? That kind of reminds me of a comment that I was watching Beef and Barnsey yesterday, and somebody said that the Bionic is a terrible ball. They're like, hey, how's the Bionic? I've heard from a lot of people that it doesn't look good. The only guy I've seen look good with it is Brandon Bonta. And Stu's like, what? This is the best ball, period, right now. And I would say this similar thing with the Ion Max Pearl. The ball's really good. Yeah, I'd be curious who said that because that ball's really, really decent. So no, it's a great piece, Tank. Don't worry about that. SGT, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Got Bowler's Mart mystery ball. Wish me luck. I hope I don't get a swag ball. If you got the $80 one, there is a 99% chance it's a swag ball. So what I did notice, I can't confirm anything with the Bowler's Mart stuff, but It is probably it's probably a swag ball. Whenever they do the $80 giveaways, it's 95% of the time a swag piece. I just had a couple people in my Discord do it, and they were the same way. Gabriel, what's going on? Moved here because of the giveaway. Sorry, I got confused on Discord about the energy drink. Oh, dude, you're fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. K-Brew, I wonder if you can exclude Streamlabs and Raffle from the chat you're reading. Probably, in all honesty. I haven't really played with that much. I probably could. Aaron, what's going on? Where my league was these last couple of years has sold, unfortunately. It's going to be torn down. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear about that. That's never a fun situation. Michael, I bowl league today, so if I win, can I get a Discord DM? Well, yeah, if you win, you have to be here to win. That's the big one. Remember, you have to be in chat to actually win. 3 minutes left, by the way. We have 134 people entered right now. I wonder, I should figure out like the odds. We've had on average about 130 people per giveaway, and we're gonna have 20. So somebody with stats, you want to, yeah, you want to check that out? You just jinxed yourself, gonna get one now. Let's see. Full effect or Zero Mercy Pearl? I like the Zero Mercy Pearl better. My full effect has kind of gotten poopy in the last couple of like sets with it. It's been really bad. I'm like shocked at how terrible it looks right now. It just rolls so forward. Like if I play straighter angles, the ball looks really good. But the minute I try getting a little deeper on the lane, I have to add so much axis rotation to get that ball to do anything. So I'm really, really worried about it. Like that ball was really good out of box. And now that I've thrown it more, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. I don't know if that's the cover. I don't know if that's just how the core operates, but like it's been unfortunately really, really bad for me. So I think Zero Mercy Pearl hangs around a lot better. Aaron Springborn, can you please clarify the whole Bolero, Lucky Strike, AMF? Yeah, technically all three of those are the same company. The overall company of it all is Lucky Strike Entertainment. They own all of it. And Bolero was their old name. AMF has been a name that's been in bowling forever that Lucky Strike now just owns. So it's kind of like the Brunswick brands where Brunswick Bowling themselves own like Track and Ebonite and Deviate and all those guys. But like, so like when Brunswick is mentioned, they technically are the owner of all those smaller brands, kind of like how Lucky Strike is the owner of that smaller brand in AMF. My camera just did something weird. There we go. We're back. We back. Minute 20 left on giveaway number 2 of 12 of the night. This one is going to be a teal and blue chamois. Teal and blue chamois is going next. Noah Rower, when we doing a tournament? I mean, I'm bowling this Saturday, I think. I'm bowling a tournament this Saturday, but I got a lot coming up soon. Stephen Hawk, Transform Pearl, your thoughts? It looks good. It looks really good. It's the perfect spot that Storm needed filled in their lineup. Ion Max Pearl is insanely strong. Viking is a little bit weaker. So having something in the middle in that Transform Pearl is honestly really nice. And it's nice to have another Micro Tracks ball. I think that's great. James, thank you for the subscription, man. Appreciate it. What's a standard urethane layout? Yeah, I saw somebody ask this on TikTok as well. So a typical dual angle urethane layout is 4x30. 4x30 is what a lot of the college guys were using a couple of years ago on their soft purple hammers. Now, if you're using one with a stronger core, the Crown 78, the IQ 78, or the Purple Hammer 78, then you probably want to go a little longer, like 4.5 inches. But if you're using a black hammer, a concept, or really those two, a Shadow Tank as well, I guess fits here, you probably want to stay around 4 inches because those cores are insanely weak. So you want to maximize their strength. All right, we are 3 seconds away from giveaway number 2 completing. Remember, once this person says they are back, we will open up giveaway number 3. Giveaway number 2 winner, Simo 1983. Simo 1983. Make sure you say something over on YouTube and throw a comment out there, and then we will be able to get you a chamois. You have a couple of minutes to answer. Brandon Pickett, I have dinner now. All right, see you later, man. See you later. Thanks for hopping in. Batman, what's up? I was a kid that got the black and white SST8s. Yeah, how are they working for you, man? How are they working so far? Hopefully they're still feeling good for you. When I'm not Link, when do you throw a solid hybrid or a pearl? Good question. So it kind of depends. Odd. It kind of all depends for solid hybrid or pearl. So solids generally, this is all a generalization, most of them, solids will be better on the fresh. Hybrid pearls are better on the transition and the burn. Hybrids are in between. They kind of can fit either that solid or that pearl time. It depends if they're dull or shiny. All right, we just waiting on Simo1983 to say something over on YouTube chat. He's got a couple more minutes before we are going to pull for a different person. So Simo, make sure you are jumping in and saying hi or hello or I'm here. So we'll wait just a little bit longer. We'll answer a couple more questions and we'll be good to go. Steven, what's going on? I'm getting a swag assassin. You have a 380 rev rate with 17 miles an hour with no thumb. Yeah, I think that's who you're a little more on the rev dominant side, so I think that'll be a good play for you. That's where swag is best. If you're balanced or speed dominant, swag looks bad. Now, I don't know about the newest stuff. There are the one issue with swag right now, which would be my recommendation for that brand. I don't talk to them and have no connections with them, unfortunately. But my one recommendation would be we need more actual ball reviews from non-affiliated players for the swag stuff. There are very few ball reviews out there for them, and the ones we have are all Bowlers Mart affiliates. And I know Bowlers Mart is running swag and all that, but we do need something there. We do need some other people to throw the swag stuff. I think I'm about the only other guy. Ron tested one ball and I tested a couple, and that's it. But we both bought them out of our own accord and gave our reviews, and our reviews weren't great. But we could have some more. All right, Simo is not answering, unfortunately, so we are going to pick person number 2. Sorry, Simo. Person is going to be Quiet Guy 5468. Quiet Guy 5468. Are you over on YouTube? Make sure to say something in the next couple of minutes, or else we'll go to the next person. Quiet Guy 5468. We'll answer some questions. Tracy has a question on a good ball for Burn League. Yeah, Burn League can sometimes be a tough spot to be in, where the best options are sometimes going to be those like weaker balls. Typhoon, Bubblegum Vibe. What else would be good there? Even, I mean, Monsoon might be a little early, but something like that is generally going to be best. So, especially because there's less oil on the lane, so you don't want to get those big, strong asymmetricals, but if the lanes are cliffed, where you have a lot of oil in the middle of the lane, not much on the outsides, that's where those stronger balls are going to be the play. So you almost need a bigger mix of bowling balls in those situations. Quiet Guy has not responded. Quiet Guy, make sure to say something. Mo, what's going on over on TikTok? How you doing? Let's see. I'm not seeing Mo. Oh, Quiet Guy, there you are. Yes, Quiet Guy is here. Quiet Guy 5468. So, Quiet Guy, to be able to grab this, make sure to DM me either on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or almost got your name right. Whoops. Or email me zvlbowling@outlook.com, or go join our Discord and you can DM me there. Discord link is down in the description. Otherwise, all of those other places are in the description. But Teal is gone. Giveaway. We are going to complete that giveaway. All right, ready, folks? Exclamation point raffle starting now. Winner of this chamois. We're going to have a couple of these in a row. Light and red, light blue and red chamois is being the next given away chamois. 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Make sure to go do exclamation point raffle, and you will be able to join into that giveaway. Mo, you still got time. Don't worry. We have 10 more chamois that we're giving away tonight. 10 more chamois we're giving away. We got a lot. A lot. Tank, you need another piece to match your black pearl. Oh, boy. We're losing. Oh, no. There's a lot of exclamation point raffles. Uh-oh. Jackal V2 is the way to go. I'm excited to see more about that ball. I'm very excited to see more about that Jackal V2. There you are. Oh, boy. We're losing again. Let's just go over to Twitch and actually check it out. Do we have the pink one coming out? Are you talking about the pink chamois? Yes. Pink chamois is out. Remember, all of these chamois you can buy at DH Labs on just as a website. You can buy any of these chamois that you want if you're not going to win the one you want. Yeah, and all 5 of these are live on the website. You can buy all 5 of these on the site. Let's see, a TDH chamois. Where was Tank? Tank, where'd you go, man? Tank, there you are. I need another piece to match my black pearl. I need another urethane or urethane-like. NU 2.0 if you want something weaker and quicker. I think would be a little bit better for you. That might not be a bad idea. All right. Let's see. Any more on Twitch? Lee, what do you think my next ball is? A youth bowler? Actually, no. Hold on. Sorry. We had a super chat come in. Where'd the super chat go? Super chat. I saw a $5 super chat come in. Where did it go, Cotton Eye Joe? JC Bowler. Everyone is a bot. What are you upset about, brother? Relax. I know you had some comments earlier that I didn't read, but no one's a bot. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let me reset. I saw a $5 super chat come in. I'm just trying to find that quick. Lime guy going back to TikTok because YouTube is insane. That is an understatement. There it is. RJ, what's going on? College is about to start. And your daughter needs a 6-ball arsenal, any brand. I won't be able to give you 6 full balls for that. I'm really sorry. That just takes way too long to answer in the craziness that we've got going on right now. But with her speed and revs, I would recommend kind of like a top-loaded arsenal. So try to make like a speed dominant arsenal. Might be a little bit better for her. So try to fill all those categories. Strong, smooth, strong, sharp. Try to do that, especially with any brand. And Saxy Matt Music, thank you for joining the members tier, the Bowlers Toolkit tier. Really appreciate it. I love the name, bro. Oh, that's awesome. Blake, what do you think about my bag? Concept, Equinox Solid, Phase 2, Vengeance Returns, hyped up. It's looking really good. I like what you have right now. You have a lot of different bowling balls. I think one more shiny ball might be a good play for you, though. Another shiny ball might not be too terrible. Cody, DH Lab ball spinner is great. It is. It is fantastic. Tracy, thanks for answering. I think I'm going to get the Fury. Yeah, I actually have a video coming out probably next week or the week after about the Brunswick Fury. I think it's the best entry-level ball in the market. I threw mine a lot more, and it's really good. It hooks way more than I thought it would, especially on my local house shot. I compared it to my Tropical Surge Solid. So I had a magenta, or I think it's purple and gray-ish Tropical Surge from a couple of years ago. That was the last Surge that was made in Utah. Although there's rumors that the new ones are also now being made in Utah, the Goldie and the green one. But either way, I tested them, and the Fury is just so much better on what I was throwing it on like a medium-ish house shot. It was so much better. Juice, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the Furies. And it's only $110. It's crazy. Like I haven't thrown a hustle in a minute, but I wasn't able to throw hustles very often. They were too weak for me. Where this Fury is one, I would love to go and actually throw on a typical house shot. And I'm cheating a little bit. I have the hybrid Fury, so that one, it's a little bit cheating compared to a hustle. Like the hustles I had were always hybrids, but it is a good ball. It is a good ball. 5 minutes left of the SHAMMY giveaway number 3. We are, remember, playing for a teal or a light blue and red SHAMMY. All right, let me catch up over on the chat over here. Maniac, I went to the pro shop operator, Concept, Venom, Phase 2 Pearl, told him I want something for 36 feet. He said to stay away from the Typhoon. Yeah, for 36 feet, I agree. Yeah, for 36-foot pattern, you don't want weak and sharp at all. That won't work very well. For that, you want kind of more dull and slow stuff. So it's kind of the double up from for short patterns is you want slow equipment. You don't want weak and shiny. That's actually bad. TJ, thank you for the 1,000 jewels. They must be pushing the jewels pretty hard on YouTube because we're getting a lot of them coming in right now. Blake, could a Bionic fit in there? Blake, let me see what your last one was. Let me see. Channel activity. Oh, and you had a $5 super. Oh, that was a while ago. That was a while ago. What do you think? Oh, that was Concept Equinox Solid Phase 2. I would not go Bionic. It's too close to a Vengeance Returns. I would stay far away from a Bionic. Timmy, thank you for the 1,000 jewels as well, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, I would not do that. Jaybird, what is the purpose of a tour bowling ball? Yeah, so tour bowling balls like IQ Tour, Effect Tour, Envy Tour, what are some other tours? Sigma Tour. No, ignore the Sigma Tour. The original idea for a tour ball was that they take away a portion of the core, lower the differential in it, make the differential just that bit lower, usually in the 03s or 02s, and then it's going to be smoother, and that would be considered their tour ball. So like the IQ, for example, the original IQ had a stronger core, but the IQ Tour has a much weaker core. Same thing with the Effect versus the Effect Tour. Now, the Tour name has been thrown around a little bit differently over the last year or so. Sigma Tour, for example, is not a tour core. That's just the core. And then the Craze Tours were not, that was just marketing from Swag. They're like, well, if we put tour on, it'll be okay. It's not really a tour ball. It has the same core as its original ball, but that's just what they did for marketing. So generally, that is going to be, generally that tour name is going to be something with a lower differential. So it's going to be better on smoother stuff. Lime Guy, opinions on the AMF Cobra. That's a little too old for me, man. Sorry. It's a little too old for me. Sorry, got a question about pinky holes on Discord that I got to answer. I'm not a big fan of pinky holes. They actually make it harder to release a ball, and you're never going to be able to get around a ball. You can't manipulate your roll as well with that. 2 minutes left on the giveaway. 2 minutes. Calvin Shotton, I have a urethane pink hammer and a phase 2 solid. I think some kind of pearl ball is going to be needed with that. So with only having 2 balls, if you get 2 or 3 bowling balls, my best recommendation is get something dull, get something shiny, and then get something miscellaneous in there. So you have the miscellaneous in the pink hammer urethane. You have something dull in the phase 2 solid. So I'd recommend something shiny. Dig Baddie, thank you for the follow. How do you join the giveaway? Giveaway is happening on YouTube and on Twitch. It is ZVL Bowling on either platform. Exclamation point raffle gets you into a giveaway to win one of many ZVL Shammies. We've given away 2 on the day. We'll be giving away number 3 in about a minute. That'll be number 3 that we're giving away, and we have 9 more after that we're giving away. So 10 more Shammies on the day are going to be going to you guys. We have the first 8 boxed up and ready to go from Monday's stream, so now we have a lot more coming. So huge thank you to everybody who's joining. All right, let me scroll just a little bit. We have about a minute left. Caillou over on Twitch, what do you think about my bag? Concept Equinox. Oh, we hit that. Not Ben, what's going on? You have a phase 2 pearl and a purple solid reactive. The purple has a wonky layout, was my first ball. I need a fresh ball, so thinking about a Black Widow Dynasty Alert Bionic. I would go Alert for the first one. I'm not sure a Black Widow, unless you want something a lot stronger, that's where the Black Widow Dynasty comes in, but the Alert will be just like a good step up from that purple reactive and pairs well with a phase 2 pearl. So I would go with that. Axty, why would I be a bot? You're not a bot, Axty, we know. Furious George does not like his Equinox solid. Yeah, it is a slow bowling ball downlane. It is a very slow ball downlane. K-Brew, Fury versus Max Thrill Hybrid. Max Thrill Hybrid is still way more hook. It's $20 extra, but it is a lot more hook than the Fury. So the Max Thrill Hybrid is like my maximum hook in that weak category. If you put all of the early bowling balls together, Danger Zones, Hustles, Typhoon Monsoon, Max Thrills hook more than everything. James, yeah, Cobra is very old school urethane. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. All right. Giveaway number 3. Whoever we pick has to answer in the next couple of minutes to be able to win. The winner is Tim Megahe. Tim Megahe, 6627. Make sure to say something in the chat to know that we want to that to say that you are here. William, appreciate your kindness at Junior Gold and getting a picture with my daughter. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Junior Gold was incredible. Like, it was so fun being able to meet so many people, so many bowlers who just love bowling. So that's been awesome to see. Very excited to be able to talk to so many awesome bowlers. What time is the raffle? Raffle's going on now until about 7:40 or so. Now until about 7:40. So Tim Megahe, make sure you say something in chat. Jay Alamo got his Tropical Surge plug. Now it's dedicated for 2-handed backup balls. There you go. Dang it, Bobby. I forgot that they had one, a root beer scented one. Steve Linden, being from Utah and knowing Steve, I can ask if the surges are being made. Yeah, I've heard rumors, but I haven't seen anything set in stone. I had a viewer reach out to me saying that they don't have the Made in Mexico sticker on them anymore. And that's the way to tell like where it's actually being made. Because you don't have to put a sticker on it if it's made in the US, but you do if it's not. All right. Tim, there you are. Congratulations. All right, Tim, make sure you reach out on on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, or Discord, all those through DMs. Otherwise, email me, zvlbowling@outlook.com. Make sure to show proof that you are you and your address, and I will be sending you a Minnesota Twins colored ZVL Bowling chamois. All right. Next chamois number 4 is going to be another of the Minnesota Twins colorways. So, chamois number 4 giveaway is live! Exclamation point raffle to be able to jump in to win chamois number 4. Darcy needs to update their bag. You have No Rules Marvel IQ Fusion. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Those are some older balls, but that's okay. I have a chamois in that exact color, Tonio. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I did see that all the Black Widows are weirdly on sale except for the Dynasty. I was a little surprised by that. So if you wanted to try one, like especially the Mania, now is the time. I would avoid the 3.0, and the Tour has been very hit or miss for a lot of guys. So I would recommend definitely the Mania if you're going to grab one. God, yeah, and then chat just goes absolutely berserk. Andrew over there on TikTok, rate my bag. You have a Raptor Rain, a Physics RXT. I don't know what that one is. Super Clutch GT and a Pitch Black. Very interesting bag. You don't really have anything in the middle of your bag. Supra GT is weaker. Well, it's either Super Clutch or Super GT, one or the other. And then the Raptor Rain is strong. The Physics is going to be strong. So some kind of medium symmetrical balls might be a good play for you. Joe Smith, thoughts on string pins? Home center is going to them in 2 weeks, and I have to bowl last 2 weeks of Summer League on them. Plenty of centers close. So personally, if everybody's on the same playing field, that's A-okay. I don't see too big of a thing with string. Like the playing field is going to be even for everybody. Now, your strikes have to be more pure to actually strike. You're getting less messengers. You're getting less lucky hits on strings. So you have to be a little more consistent with hitting the pocket very well and getting that good entry angle. So it's a lot more pronounced. Your averages are going to drop, but that's because of the string. That's because of just having string pins. It's what it does. J Hope over on TikTok. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see. Scroll through all the exclamation point raffles. Remember, you have to be subscribed or following to be able to win a chamois, so make sure to hit that sub button or that follow button to be able to guarantee it. Russell, it was a pleasure to meet you at Junior Gold. You drilled the Next Factor and you love it. You should get the ball. I already have it, Russell. Yeah, it was great meeting you too, but I already have the Next Factor. I like mine. I think it's a good ball. I have to add a little bit more axis rotation than I expected, but Mo, if I win, I promise I'll be here. I got to go pick up my wife. All right, Mo Reef. Not Simo, Mo Reef. Simo is still nowhere to be found, by the way. Jim Word, thoughts on the Next Factor? Yeah, the Next Factor is very much on sale. It is on super sale right now, and I think it's a really good ball. It's a good, like, lower-end, medium-sharp bowling ball. It is a very unique piece, which is really cool, where it gets down lane a lot better than most other bowling balls you can find. So I'm a big fan of the Next Factor. I leave a few more 10 pins than I expected with it. But overall, I think if you need that weaker bowling ball, especially on sale, that's going to be a really good option. Because right now, like the Rocket AI is like, what, 170 or something? Crown Victory is a pretty decent price. It's 130 right now on bowling.com. But I think Next Factor is a great price for a good ball. Mo, rate my bag. Tropical Surge. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Do I know who Mike Martell is? Michael Martell. Yeah, lefty. PBA guy. Yes. I know. I've never talked to Michael, but yes, I do know who he is. Blake, I've been staying behind the ball more and pushing my release later into my swing. Is it normal for your speed to jump up? It was reading at 16, but last night it was 18 and a half. Yeah, absolutely. If you're pushing the ball out more on your push away, that generally leads to a higher backswing, and the higher your backswing, the higher your ball speed is. Remember, if you need help boosting your ball speed, one option is get longer arms. It's very hard to do. Second option is to have a higher backswing. Third option is to quicken your feet. Make your feet a little bit faster, and that's going to be the way to do it. Yeah. Oh, he's your coach. Nice. That's awesome. Really cool. Yeah. From what I remember, he's a good dude, the way it sounds, which is great. My Tour V1 is very particular. Mine is too. I actually don't bring it very often anymore. I'm not a big fan of it. I was very disappointed at that. Alan is getting a Fallout. I did see somebody mention a little while ago, do I offer coaching? Yes, I do offer coaching over on Patreon. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/ZVL Bowling, and I offer Arsenal reviews, like actual personalized Arsenal reviews where I make like a 10-minute video about your Arsenal, about your game, and try to help out. I offer coaching, and then I offer a bowler's toolkit where I give you early access to a lot of information, a couple of free videos that are exclusive to Patreon, and a few other fun things. What is my highest series? I believe 821 is my high. I think it's 821. Axty, the guy who had his Arsenal as only the Tropical Surge, is a legend. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Exclamation point raffle to join if you want to win a ZVL Shammy. Have I tried backup before? Yes, I am. I'm way better at backup as a two-hander than a one-hander. So I like to, like in practice, I'll mess around with two-handed all the time just because. And my backup ball is decent two-handed. My backup ball one-handed, my thumb gets in the way. My thumb gets in the way too much to be able to actually release it well. I'm just not good at it. So I would need to be a two-hander to be able to throw a backup ball. Junior, want to get my son his first entry-level ball. He's 7 and super rev dominant. He loves SPI. Ooh, I honestly, if he's super rev dominant, I'd get a mix. Just try a mix to start. It's not going to hook too much for him. I think a surge might hook a little bit too much. So I would go with that. It reminds you of the Black Ninja, the next factor. It's going to be a little quicker than the old Ninja, but yeah, the colorway is very close. What's my favorite ball in the bag right now? Still the Ebonite Spartan for me. That's my GOAT right now. And what's my favorite of all time? My easy answer is always Phase 2. My fun answer is the Phase 3. Nobody liked the Phase 3, but it's the best looking ball. It's the best smelling ball. And I shot 300 with it, so I'm selfish in that regard. Getting longer arms. It is actually the way that you increase ball speed. Like for me, I will never have a problem with too low of ball speed. It'll never happen because I'm 6'5". So my problem is always throwing it too hard. Like my relaxed swing, my arms are so long that it still creates a lot of ball speed. It's just how it is. It's going to be the opposite for some of the shorter players. They usually need to try to generate that ball speed. That is why, like, you watch EJ, for example, that's why he walks up to the line so fast versus someone like Andrew Anderson. Andrew's over 6 feet, so he has to walk a lot slower to be able to keep his ball speed down, where EJ can kind of sprint up to the line and be able to generate that speed, or like a Jacob Buttroff or things like that. Let's see. We have 2 minutes left on raffle number 4 to give away another light blue ZVL Shammy. Jeremy, what's a good drill to work on to get my hand inside the ball? I've been trying so hard, but I still end up suitcasing the whole swing. So you actually mentioned it. It is not the release that is the problem. It is everything before it. Most people don't really think about that, is that everything in bowling, your release and how you throw it, is not through. Thank you so much, Brian, for the $5 super chat. I'll get to you in a second. Your swing and everything is caused before your release. Like how you release a ball, everything before it is what does it. So some things you can try is opening your shoulders, opening your chest more to be able to give your hand room. Because if my shoulders are completely straight to you and I put my arm back, it's very hard for me to do that. Like this isn't comfy. But if I turn, that's super comfy. So right here, my arm wants to be on the side of it. It's just where my arm wants to be, and that's how you're going to suitcase it. But if you open your shoulders more, that can be one way to be able to get your hand on the inside of the ball. But it's generally the approach. That's the problem, not really your release. Once you fix the approach, then the release is a lot easier. Henry the Bowler, what is going on? Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. All right, Brian, I'm going to get to your super chat. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. What ball should I take to the Lucy Pro-Am? Guru Oracle, Vengeance, One Ovation, Viking, Mania, V1. They usually put out a house shot for that. I would go Guru or Vengeance, One Ovation, Viking or Mania, and then you can go a V1 as a low end, as your lower end ball would be good. I think that'll work pretty well. But otherwise, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. If you guys do want your questions like guaranteed to be answered, super chat is going to be the best way. As you can tell, the chat is hectic tonight. But yeah, that's going to be best. Hey, Simo's back. Simo, you won the last raffle and you weren't here, brother. Let's see if they say something. Is the OG Hammer Effect still worth getting? It's still a great ball. It's older and hard to find, but still a good piece. Blake Carlascio, I would say my backswing was the same. My push was the same. All I changed was my release timing. I think I might have had too much Sprite and was amped up. That could be it as well. Joe Smith, rate my bag. Ion Max, Hyperdrive Pearl, Ion Pro Solid, Rocket AI, Surge, and T-Zone. No, it's looking good. I think the only thing that you're missing is like a stronger and sharp ball, something above your Hyperdrive Pearl. Hyperdrive Pearl is a little weaker than you expect. All right, giveaway number 4 is ready to go. And the winner of giveaway number 4 is Hammers Too Easy on YouTube. Hammers Too Easy on YouTube. Make sure to say something in the chat in the next couple of minutes to let us know that you are here. Congratulations to Hammers Too Easy. While we wait for Hammers, let's answer a couple more questions that are out there. I've not opened up the next one yet, so hold off on the exclamation point raffles, but we'll be there in a minute. Logan, you're having problems with the left side of your thumb rubbing raw. Are you a righty? And what side is left? Like if I'm facing my thumb like this to you, is this side left, the outside, or is the inside part? Either way, it is a fit issue, so your thumb is too tight. And Hammers is here. Hammers, congratulations for winning. Hammers Too Easy. Well, congratulations. Make sure to hit me up on any of those DM services. So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Discord are going to be the best ways. Otherwise, email zvlbowling@outlook.com. Let me know. Send a picture that you are actually you and your address, and I will be sending you one of these 4 giveaways down, but we have so many more to go. This is 5 of 12 that has just kicked off. So 5 of 12 kicked off right now. We're going to switch the colorway. We're going purple and the gold today. Purple and gold. My old high school colors actually were purple and gold. So this is an awesome chamois for that. I should actually advertise that to some Melrose, yeah, I'm from Melrose, if that doesn't mean anything to 90% of you, but I should advertise this to those guys because it is actually their colors. I might do that. I don't actually talk to anybody from high school anymore or anyone from that town really, except for my parents, but yeah, Lakers as well. I actually have a Lakers, I don't know. Oh, I just dropped. There we go. This is actually, I don't think it has Lakers logo anywhere, just on the back. This is actually a Lakers sweatshirt that I got from the Staples Center. Phase 1 is the best color. Wow, that's bold. That ball's ugly. That ball's really ugly. I'm a righty. It would be the outside. Yeah, so then when you're releasing the ball, yeah, that side is just a little bit too tight. So that is a fit issue. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Do you have some info on that elbow support you're wearing? Yes, I am actually currently waiting a little bit to release more info on it because Turbo is actually going to be releasing some info on it. It is a Turbo bowling product. If you want to check it out, it is called the Hyper RX. It is a very awesome device. I will have a video on it soon, but basically if you've seen some of my recent videos, I've had an actual, it's like an elbow brace. I don't have my backpack in here to pull it out, but it's basically just like a metal piece. What it does is it prevents my elbow because if you can tell my elbow, if I make this tight, it bends the wrong way. And that is like comfy for me. So it actually prevents my elbow from doing that. But in turn, it actually is beneficial for a lot of guys who do that because more people have extra bend in their elbow than you'd expect. So what it does is it actually prevents your elbow from going too far back and it gets your elbow in a stronger position, which is really beneficial in bowling because elbow is so important for your rev rate. And the reason EJ can do what he does is his elbow is like that. If you watch Belmo, his elbow is right there, all the way up and on the release. So the not more elbow bend, but if you have that slight elbow bend, that's going to help you get more power, get your hand underneath the ball. So that is what the device is for. It's called the Turbo Hyper RX. I will have a video on it coming on it very soon. I'm just I want Turbo to release theirs first, but I might release mine early. We'll see. We'll see. I have a lot of videos in the backlog right now, but we will see. Jim Ward, have you seen J.R. Raymond has come out with some new bowling tape? It looks like it's a whole lot better than the tape that's out now. I saw that he was releasing some stuff. I haven't looked into it, though. I got to look into it a little bit. I got to look into it just a little bit more. Henry the Bowler, what style of bowler would you consider yourself? Balanced, I would say. I lean a little more towards speed dominant because of my rotation and tilt, but I'd say balanced, if that's what you're referring to. Gabriel, hot take. I think the Hyperdrive Solid is the best colorway. It is a good colorway, I will admit. Alan Skull. Yeah. The purple and gold one might not be great depending on the quarterback situation this year. We will see. Axty, you misspelled raffle. It's a hard word. Raffle is a really tough word. It's okay. Can you share what you saw of the Evil Eye Pearl at Junior Gold? That is the unfortunate piece, is Brunswick did not send 4 of their 6 companies to Junior Gold. So for the actual ball demo, they only had Brunswick and Hammer products. That's it. So there was no Evil Eye Pearl. There was no Theorem Delta. There was no Intel Tour. They didn't send any of those brands. So there was no mention of any of those 4 other brands. So Brunswick only had Brunswick and Hammer be sponsors of Junior Gold this year. So they're actually the only company that didn't send everybody. So Storm sent Storm, Roto, and Global. Motive, of course, sent Global. Swag doesn't partake in that stuff. And then Brunswick just sent Brunswick and Hammer. And Johnny, thank you for the 600 jewels, man. Appreciate it. Remember, you have to be a subscriber or a follower to be able to join the giveaway and be able to be chosen. Everybody can enter the giveaway, but if you are not an actual subscriber, you cannot win. So remember that. Yeah, I wish I saw the Evil Eye Pearl a little bit more, but it sounds like next week is when we're going to start getting actual reviews of them, the way it sounds. Balrog, yes, you need to re-enter the raffle every 10 minutes. Yes, you will need to re-enter. And Mackenzie, thank you for the follow over on TikTok. Appreciate it. KRN, my bag consists of Concept, Phase 2 Pearl, Black Widow Dynasty, and Envy Tour. Yeah, honestly, you have a pretty strong bag right now, so something a little weaker might be a good play. Leon's Garage, what's the average performance drop-off of a used 1 to 4 year-old bowling ball versus brand new ball on a budget? Or brand new to ball on a budget. So the big one there is the older a ball gets, the less it's going to hook, is the general idea of it. So the older the ball is, the longer it's going to go down lane and the smoother it's going to be. Not a problem in a lot of senses, especially if you're in the 1, 2, 3 year range. It's really when you get to like the 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old range that it gets really bad and noticeable. But every year, bowling balls are getting slightly stronger. So it's kind of like cars, where every year there's new cars that come out. Maybe you won't notice anything in that next year, but in 3 years, you're going to notice a lot of different changes. And that's the same way with bowling balls, is that strength keeps increasing. So balls from 5 years ago are going to be a little weaker than balls of today. But if you're looking at buying a brand new ball that's 4 years old, I think that's a-okay, especially if you're trying to get something on a budget, or you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, or you're new, something like that. Only Hammers doesn't like the Vikings colorways. Dang. Mackenzie, how can I join the giveaway? You can join either on YouTube or on Twitch. ! Raffle on YouTube or Twitch only. We have 3.5 minutes left. 3.5 minutes left. LA Lakers colors. Yeah. Suitor, we hit. Sorry, still trying to scroll to catch up with chat a little bit. Kuya, what's going on over on YouTube? You have the Phase 2 Pearl and a Physics Blackout. You're eyeing on getting a Wicked Gremlin. I think that would fit really well. Yeah, I think that's a really good ad. I think it's a fantastic choice for your arsenal. Let's see. Nonchalant French Fry. You have a Hyperdrive and a Black Widow 3.0, looking for a hybrid. I wouldn't look specifically for a hybrid. Like the Tour V1 acts more like a solid ball. Arctic Vibe also acts more like a solid ball. Fun fact with the Arctic Vibe is it hooks earlier than the Deep Ocean Vibe. The Arctic is a hybrid. The Deep Ocean's a solid. Remember, solid hybrid pearl doesn't always work the right way. So I wouldn't look specifically for a hybrid. Since you have a Hyperdrive and a Black Widow 3.0, you have a lot of strong stuff. So I would recommend something middle of the road. So, I mean, Black Widow 2 or V1 does work in that spot fairly okay. Otherwise, something like a No Doubt Solid, something like a Ion Pro Solid, Black Venom, something like that'll work well. Carlo got your ball redrilled. Love to hear that. Maniac, you should make chamois for the whole division. See, I gotta be honest, I don't like the Packers colorways. I think that green and yellow isn't good together. I also don't like the Bears colorway that much with the dark blue and orange. I do like the Lions colorways a lot. I really do like those. But I'm not a fan of the Packers or the Bears colors. And for me, it's all about colors. Like, that's why we're picking a lot of these, is they look good. We're not like truly. These ones were a little bit more themed because of Junior Gold, to give an homage to all the Minnesota teams that and the state of Minnesota that these kids would be seeing. But yeah, otherwise we go for good colors. So we'll see what I pick next. We'll see how quickly we can sell out of this current batch before, because we don't pick a new colorway until the current batch is gone. What about the Browns colorway? Ooh. Next question. Those are bad colors. Yeah, puke orange is my favorite color for a jersey. Saxy Matte Music Stroker Style, Medium Oil High Friction House, Ion Max and Pearl, Phase 2 and Pearl, Bionic and High Road. What should I take out to fit a Typhoon? 3 or 4 ball combo. What should you take out? I would take out an Ion Max Solid. Especially if you're in a high friction house. I don't think an Ion Max Solid is really needed. All right, we have 58 more seconds for the raffle until we be picking winner number 5 of 12. B Hart, what is going on? How you doing? Isaac Norris, checking what you should fill your bag with. You have an Innovator Solid, Zen 25, and an Ice. I would go something weak. You don't really have anything in the weak category, so Typhoon, Vibe, Fury, Ascend, things like that will be good. How about a Scarlet and Gray? Who does that fit for? What team? Scarlet wouldn't be a bad one. I'm not very angry about the color Scarlet. I think that could be decent, but I think a Scarlet and Gold would be a little better than a Scarlet and Gray. I don't know if a Gray would look the best. Brunswick and Hammer, that's all you need. That's how most people are. I mean, that was Brunswick's choice to not send them. I'm guessing it was more money is my guess. So they wanted to save a little bit of money. Soko Gator, you saw us in Minneapolis, but you were talking to, or I was talking to other people. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Shoot. I would have loved to say hi. That would have been awesome. How about the Steelers colorways? They're fine. Not great. The black and yellow is decent. I mean, I have we'll be giving away a couple of Steelers chamois in just a second. That'll be kind of middle of the pack. That'll probably be our next one, will be that one. All right. Giveaway winner number 5. Suitor Bowling is the winner. Suitor Bowling, congratulations. You are getting a purple and gold chamois. Ryan, congratulations, man. Ironically, I think the silica patch for yours is a little busted, so watch out for that. I might take those out before we go. I know. Make sure to say something, Ryan. Hey, there you are. Well, congratulations. Hit me up on Discord, and I will get this your way. Make sure to send me that proof. And then send me that address, and I will send that along with every Radical Ball I own. Actually, I'll send you that pyramid as well now. I will not send you that. Did I get the TDH2? Nope, that thing sold. Thing sold quick. All right, let's do it. We're going to the Steelers. I called this one the Prestige colorway because I thought it was like, you know, if you have like that Prestige, I don't remember what the Prestige color was for a lot of things, but black and yellow. I'm a COD guy, so I very much assumed that Prestige was like, you know, maxing out your level, but like an actual prestigious colorway. We're going black and yellow. Black and yellow is coming up next. We're going to complete that giveaway. We're opening up giveaway number 6. It is now live. Exclamation point raffle to be able to join that. Is a Wicked Gremlin good? Yeah, it looks really good right now. Anyone got a 15-pound Venom Shock they don't want anymore? Hey, man, I'm in the same boat. Blake, should I have a urethane ball? I would like to compete next year. I heard the concept is great, but not the same. Correct. Yeah, urethane is still earlier and smoother than a concept. I don't know if you need a urethane if you have a concept, but it could work. I don't know if it's like a necessity, though. Oh, we are getting peppered. We are getting peppered. Streehow, I'm not a Vikings fan. Oh, that one disappeared. Russell's going to Weber. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Oh, Ohio State. You want Ohio State colorways. I do need another red. That looks a little bit better. I do need that. Yeah, and Ohio State wouldn't be terrible. I should look at some colleges to try to pick some of those. How do you determine personalized arsenal? So the big way to determine an arsenal is 1, what do you have right now? 2, what do you like that you have? 3, how do you throw the ball? And 4, what situations are you bowling in? Those are the main things that I use to try to help somebody pick their arsenal is how you throw it, where you throw it, what you have right now, what you like right now, because that's a good way to be able to fill in those gaps. Like if you have somebody who only bowls house shots, I'm generally not going to recommend an Ion Max or a Zero Mercy or a Jackal Onyx. It's generally not needed, especially if you're like rev dominant. Definitely don't need that. Then you want those weaker balls. So I use those marks to be able to determine what is going to be best. Man, this next chamois is going to be chamois number 14 that we're giving away. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. We're giving this 20 chamois. Huge shout out again. Remember, Ron Hicklin creating the difference. Go give him a follow. And DH Lab. If you want to buy any of these chamois, make sure to go check them out. They have the greatest chamois on the market. A Spurs colorway? Ew. No. That'd be terrible. Oh, that would look so bad. Black and silver? Ugh. Has Simo, I gotta admit, have you said anything outside of joining the raffle? I just feel bad because you already won once and then you weren't here. So I got to make sure you're not a bot. I want to verify that you're not a bot. So make sure to say something that's not bot-like, just to make sure. Otherwise, if you get picked again, I'm just going to skip over you. Let me see. Ooh, everything's moving too fast. Oh, no, you are. You are at work. Okay, you are real. Perfect. That's good to see. Thank God. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. How do you feel about the Next Factor and the Double Trouble? I like the Next Factor. I think the Double Trouble is a decent ball as well. It's just no one cares about it. So I know everybody got them at the or a lot of guys got them at the no, they got them at the DV8 shootout. Yeah, they got them at the DV8 shootout at Junior Gold. That's really some of the first times I've seen that ball. It looks good. I've heard positive things. No one really cares about it though, because it has DV8 on the side, unfortunately, which is a little bit sad. So I wish it was a little better. Brent, gonna try out any of the new swag balls? I will not. Unless I get any for free, I will not be trying any swag balls. I am 0 for 3 right now on swag balls. The Apex Pearl burned me pretty badly. The Craze Hybrid was just not good in most situations. You just had to play way too straight with it. And then the Unreal Solid was a lot better, but there are still other bowling balls that fit better in that spot than the Unreal Solid, unfortunately. So I didn't really have a reason to want that ball or to want another swag ball. So it's a little unfortunate, but I spent $150 on that Unreal. Now that I'm doing this full time and it's my job, I'd rather put that money towards things that actually benefit you guys and not another swag review where I get yelled at by swag guys for not liking their products. I am still one of the public enemies of the swag community because I said I don't like their balls. Actually, I said that rev dominant guys will like it best. Let's see. Internet just went out, Tonio. Oh, I'm really sorry. We had that happen the last couple of days in our apartment, but I think I got things fixed now. Are motive balls worth the price? If you are someone who fits the motive ball roll, I think so. And I think for a Venom Shock, it's worth it. The rest of them is kind of up to you. Like for me, motive doesn't roll great. I've tried a couple more balls and they just are kind of iffy, but if they fit your game, they are so good. So if you are like, I mean, AJ Johnson, for example, his game is so perfect for motive. EJ, game is so perfect for motive. High rev rate, heavy ball roll. They like to shove the ball to the right. That is who motive balls are going to fit best for. So a lot of those more rev dominant guys are going to really like those motive bowling balls, especially if you are one of those, guys. Yeah, high tilt, high rev bowlers from Suitor, absolutely. Because their stuff is just smoother. It is. Hey, Jerry Bars, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the craziness of a giveaway day. Axty, is very cool to see me up on the Junior Gold photos. I was on the athlete entrance photos. That's awesome. That is super cool. Yeah, I love how many pictures were being taken there. Super cool. Tori Casey, Venom Shock is one. Is the ball you got to pry out of cold, dead hands? Yeah. Yeah, that ball you're not going to get from many people. That ball's not on sale very often. Miami Dolphins colorways would be good. That is true. That is true. Trying to find a bowling coach in Minnesota. Yeah, check out Coach U. Or is it Coach Plus? I think it's Coach Plus. Coach Plus on bowl.com is a great way to find coaches who are available in Minnesota, in your state. So I would recommend that. All these teams getting grilled. Yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot of bad colorways out there from teams. There's a lot of terrible colorways out there from some decent teams. Like some of the old school colorways are just not good. Swedish Kappa, what's going on? Love the name. How's your evening going? What are your thoughts on mixing 15 and 16 pound balls? I am not a fan of that personally because it messes with your timing a bit. I know a couple of pros do it and they do it successfully, but they are pros. The problem is your actual form timing changes depending on how heavy the ball is. Like if you go to a lighter ball, it's going to feel like you're throwing it a lot harder, and it's going to feel like your timing has to be a lot quicker to be able to keep up with it because the ball is flying through your swing a lot faster versus like a really heavy ball. The ball is going a lot slower through your swing. So I don't like it very much, but if you need to because of price, I think out of necessity, it's okay. Like in your case, being a college kid, absolutely that's going to be okay. But for the general person, if you have the choice, I would recommend against it personally. How about a Minnesota Wild colorway? Not a fan. I'm not a fan of dark green. Forest green is one of those colors that I just don't like. I just don't think it looks that good very often. Let's see. Hey, Ron, send me a bottle of Back to Life. Oh, that's fair. Isabel, what's going on? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Jackpot. I'm going to need a Rams colorway. New Rams colorway, I think I would do. Old Rams colorways, not much. Not as much. Maize and blue. Ooh, yeah, we're not going Michigan. I'm not a Michigan guy. Do you think the Storm Fate is a good ball? The Storm Fate was really good at leaving 10 pins. That is what that ball was amazing at. It was so good at being clean enough, but then being super, super slow down lane. So I was not a fan. A lot of guys weren't fans for that reason, but if you wanted pocket control, that ball was really good. Higher rev rates, love that ball to pieces. So I would say yes if you are more on that rev dominant side. That's where that Fate really excelled. I feel like you would make a Jackal V2 look great. I mean, I like my Jackal Onyx. The Jackal Onyx is a great ball for me. I had to shine it to make it good, but that one was good. I feel like the Jackal Core would be pretty decent for me, but I've tried the Evoke Mayhem. Not my cup of tea. I probably should have drilled it like the Jackal because motive balls you have to find a little more of a unique drilling for because of how the cores operate. So I tried giving it a typical layout, and that was a bad idea. ZVL's video on pyramid balls. Yes, and that is why I will never mention a pyramid ball again in my life because, I got lit up for that one. Absolutely lit up for that one. Mackenzie, how you doing? I love the Jackal Ghost. Nice. I'm doing good. How are you? How are you doing? K-Brew switched from all motive to smooth stuff, motive, sharp stuff, storm. And that's what I will always recommend is if you are building your own bag, I don't recommend just one brand. There are a lot of incredible bowling balls from a lot of companies out there. So I never really recommend being a brand loyalist. I just think it kind of limits you unless you're getting paid to do that. Like staffers out there, obviously you have to throw one brand. That's okay. Your perk is that you're representing a company, you're getting product a little bit cheaper, and you've got a lot of other things. Whereas us, we don't have that. So it doesn't really benefit us to be a loyalist. The only thing is like it's easier to distinguish the bowling balls on paper. But you can do that in practice. In a couple of practice sessions, you can really figure out how those bowling balls all fit together. All right. Giveaway number 6. Did it freeze on me? Hold on. I saw it ended in chat, but this didn't look like... There we go. Okay, it is done. The winner of number 6, TJ Devon. Viewer of the channel for a while. TJ Devon, are you here? What is going on? Congratulations, TJ Devon 88 for winning another chamois. This is going to be the Prestige colorway, the black and yellow. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa on this one. Shout out to Wiz. 11 miles an hour, 250 rev rate. Do Storm products fit this profile? Little more rev dominant, yeah, but it'll be weaker stuff is going to be best. TJ, make sure to say something in chat before you are on your way. What is my thoughts on the Virtual Energy Blackout and the Phase Target? Phase Target's overseas. I don't know much about it. Virtual Energy Blackout is one of the best balls Storm has made in the last like 7 years. However, I did just drill one. So I have one behind me right now that I'm going to try and practice tomorrow. And I'm really excited for that. TJ Devon, where are you at? Let us see. Hey, TJ is here. Congratulations, TJ Devon. TJ, make sure to hit me up on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Discord, in DMs for any of those. Or make sure to send me an email, zvlbowling@outlook.com. Hit me up. Let me know. Send proof of your profile that you are you. Send your address, and I will get a black and gold chamois coming your way. Let us complete giveaway number 6. We're on to giveaway number 7. It has begun. Exclamation point raffle to join over on YouTube or Twitch are the 2 places you can join. We have a lot of them. Let's give away another black and gold. We're giving away one more black and gold chamois. We have, I think, 2 more after this. So make sure exclamation point raffle to be able to jump into the giveaway. Card games, it is not over. The giveaway is still trucking and rolling along. Franchise, you love your Shock, Onyx, and Nebula. Those are 3 of the best balls they make, too. Ooh, Ashley, an emerald would be pretty good. An emerald colorway would be pretty sick. If I could get like a bright green, that would be really cool. I might have to try that. Bengals colors. I think the Bengals have the... Do I think they have the best colors? Yeah, I think they have the best colors in NFL. I think they have the best NFL colors. I'd agree. Went to my local PSO for a lesson. Helped so much. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, if you guys need to, lessons are one of the best ways to get better in bowling. Like, the coaching is going to be better than buying a ball. If you can find a good coach, it's always beneficial. You always get a couple of big nuggets out of it that are going to help your game going in the right direction. So if you truly feel like you're stuck and you've been self-taught, I recommend checking out a coach to really get yourself going in the right direction. So I think that's a very important thing in bowling we don't do often. It is sometimes hard to find coaches. So what I recommend is there's a coaching feature on bowl.com. That's USBC's website where they have all the coaches in your area. So I highly recommend checking them out. Highly, highly recommend. CT Sports Cards, you just got a new Zero Mercy Pearl like you recommended. Shot really well with it. That's awesome. Love that for you. Justin, what's going on? K Veggies, are you familiar with being a full roller? I do know what full roller is, yes. Mackenzie, what's your favorite fast food? If I had to pick traditional fast food, I would go Taco John's because we have the best Taco John's in the country in my town right now. Outside of them, like for other traditional, I would go like, I like Wendy's a lot. I don't get it much. Arby's is always a banger for me. So I'd go Arby's probably. And then non-traditional, Subway. Subway is my go-to. Actually, Shake Shack. Shake Shack is, I don't know if that really counts as true fast food. I think it would. Shake Shack, number 1. Subway as the non-traditional. All right, got to scroll through all the exclamation point raffles quick. Remember, you have to be a follower or a subscriber to be able to win the raffle. What do I think about the hammer full effect? I tried it out the demo day. I'm not a fan of mine. I was mentioning it a little bit earlier that like it was really good off the rip. And then the ball's kind of gotten worse for me the longer and longer I throw it. It's become a lot more forward rolling, which is really, really unfortunate. Arby's for the curly fries and brisket. Well, exactly. I really like their sliders too. Skeleton, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Let me keep on scrolling. There's just so much scrolling we got to do. Chicken and raffle. Suitor, Bengals have the best colors, but the brown, brown colorways are terrible. It's more of a dirt color. The Bengals have like bright colors. Skate Kid, should I use this fade as a first ball? You can. It's always hard to answer, like, should I use this as a first ball? Because there's so many variables. Like, are you bowling house shot or sport shot? How do you throw the ball? Are you rev dominant or speed dominant? What other bowling balls do you have? So there's a lot of things to go into it, but the main one I recommend is guessing and testing. So league, you get 10 minutes of practice. I recommend trying, especially those first couple of weeks of league, bring like 5 bowling balls, try them all in practice. Try to understand what they do a little bit. You get a bunch of shots in practice. While you're warming up, try to throw a bunch of bowling balls, see how they roll, see how they look on that pattern. And then as you keep going, you can kind of learn a little bit more. Okay, this ball fits here, this ball fits here. Because while I can make an arsenal for people on paper, in real life, things can change a little bit, depending on your house shot, depending on how you throw it, all that jazz. So should it be your first ball? I think that one depends on you a lot more than me being able to say yay or nay. Joel, what do I think about Mark Baker's virtual lessons? I like him. I think he's fantastic at getting you going in the right direction. I think you need to see him in person if you're an advanced bowler. He's not as beneficial in virtual sessions, but I really think he is fantastic for, especially a beginner or intermediate bowler, for getting you in the right steps. It's expensive, which is unfortunate. It's like $110, and he'll really give you like 2 main tips in a 15-minute video, just kind of going through your game, which is really nice because then you can focus on those things and try to improve them. So TLDR, I love what Baker does. He filled a spot in the space that nobody would fill. Skate Kid, I've answered about the Storm Fate a couple times now. Russell, can you pull up the specs on the OG Gremlin and the Next Factor? The covers are a bit different. The Next Factor has a much weaker cover, or a bit weaker cover on it. The Gremlin has a stronger core, though. The Gremlin has a slightly stronger core. And the Gremlin also has a stronger cover. So it is a step down. Ooh, Canes is a great one. Raijin, how would a Rockstar fit my setup as a one-hand no-thumber? You have a black hole and an Intel. I think that's a great option. I think that'll be a good smooth option for you. Hey, Jello, thank you for the resub for 2 months. Thank you. All right. KRN, I've been struggling with pulling the ball again. I'm getting a lesson next week from Major Bowling LLC. I've never heard of them. Major Bowling LLC. Interesting. I hope they're good. Oh, we're seeing Culver's. I'm not a Culver's guy. Arby's crinkle fries are underrated. I've never actually had them. I've always gotten the curly, but I might have to try those sometime. Yeah, I like Jersey Mike's a lot too, but they're more expensive. Subway, they always have deals going on, so you can get a sub for like $5. Oh snap, your bag is an Ion Pro Max. Shout out to Chris Barnes on that one. Remember, it's either the Ion Max or the Ion Pro, 2 different bowling balls. The Nova, the Summit, the Winner, the Exponent Pearl would be a great fit to add. Medium, high rev rate, higher end of speed. You don't really have much in the shiny category. The only shiny ball you have is the Exponent Pearl, so I would go a stronger Pearl ball. Phase 2 Pearl, it seems like you like a lot of Storm stuff. You go Viking in there, would fit as well. Do I like the One Ovation and a Black Widow Mania for League? I do, especially if you're a little more on the speed dominant side. That looks really good together. Culver's Custard. See, I'd rather go Dairy Queen. I'm a Dairy Queen guy. Dairy Queen is amazing. We don't have it anymore in my town, so it makes me want it even more. Just that fact that I can't have it makes me want it. Deacon, thank you for the follow. Ben Crop, do you recommend or ever clean your chamois? Yes. Yes, the best way to clean any chamois, it doesn't have to be this one, any leather chamois is going to be a warm, like, tub of water. I use, like, little plastic, just Tupperware type things that can hold a chamois. Fill it with warm water. Put in a little bit of Dawn dish soap, submerge the chamois in there for probably about 3 to 5 minutes. You're going to notice the water get really murky. Pour out the water, repeat the process over and over. Then when you're done, let your chamois air dry. It takes about 24 hours, especially for a leather one, to air dry, and then you're good to go again. So that's a good way to get the oil out of a chamois. J Alamo, nah, we are not Steak and Shake guys here. Shake Shack is so much better. Their fries are so good. Steak and Shake is great, though. Steak and Shake is really good. They have one in South Point, where Nationals is next year. South Point is the most fun place to go. They have a Steak and Shake. They have the greatest cafe in town because you can go there between midnight and 5 a.m. and you can get a steak for like $5 or something dumb, like also a half-pound burger for $5. It's amazing. If you're going to Nationals in 2027, which I recommend people do, make sure you stay in South Point and then make sure to go eat at that cafe. I always forget the name of the cafe, but it's amazing. Barks, what's up? We have Frankie in town all week. That's awesome. Sweet. Love that for you guys. Tim B, what's up, man? Your thoughts on PBA moving to the junior gold standard of not announcing patterns and limiting balls? I would dislike the not announcing patterns. I am actually not a fan of mystery pattern tournaments. I think that actually is worse because it adds another layer of randomness to a tournament. It doesn't actually, there isn't really much skill in being able to determine what the pattern is. Because what happens, as I'm guessing you saw at Junior Gold, everybody just starts talking. You get a practice session, everybody pretty much knows what the pattern is because it's kind of like a group consensus to figure it out. So I don't think there's really much benefit in that portion of it, but I think a limit of bowling balls is a good idea. I am personally, it's kind of a hot take. I am not a fan of the PBA guys being able to drill out 1 billion bowling balls during the event. I think it adds a layer of skill in some ways to be able to adapt, but I really like the ball limit tournaments. I really do like that a little bit better. And that's one reason why you see scores so high, is that when guys are drilling a lot of bowling balls, they're getting that fresh cover. They're being able to exactly get what they need. Or they go the other route and they basically just say, hey, let's go Frankie, for example. Frankie Lavoie just shot 1 billion with that monsoon. Everybody goes to drill a monsoon trying to do the same thing. So I'm not a big fan of that personally. So I like the limit of bowling balls. I'm not a fan of the mystery patterns, though. Honestly, I do wish Junior Gold would announce the patterns. I think that'd be fine. I don't think people actually get any benefit of being able to practice on the patterns because no bowling center plays the same at all. All right, Shammy, giveaway number 7. This is for a black and gold Shammy again. Another shout out to Wiz Khalifa. We've got Sierra W988. Sierra W988, are you still hanging around? Make sure to say something in chat, Sierra, and I will be able to get you this Shammy. So make sure to say hi, hello, how you doing? And let us know that there is proof of life, and we'll be good to go. So we got a couple of minutes to be able to answer, and then we'll be set. Let's see. Jackpot. Need a weakened smooth ball. Looking at a Dull Fury or Revenge Solid. You're more rev dominant. Low key, I would prefer a Fury for you. I think the Fury fits a little bit better. And there is Sierra. Sierra, congratulations on winning. So please shoot me a DM on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Discord, or make sure to send me an email, zvlbowling@outlook.com. There is the hi, hello, how you doing? Touche. You were the first person to hit that. Thank you so much, Sierra. All right, Sierra is the winner, and you get a black and gold Shammy. All right, let me make sure I write it down so I don't forget. So send me a DM when you can, and we'll be good to go. That was number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was Shammy. All right, giveaway number 8 is open. Giveaway number 8 is officially open! Exclamation point raffle to be able to enter. Oh, this is gonna be a long stream. It is 7:30, and we have so many more Shammies to go through. 8, 9, 10. We have 5 more. We're going to be here till 9 p.m. We got a long stream today, gentlemen. Get comfy, buckle up, grab your favorite bubbler. We're locking in for the long haul. Maybe I should shorten the time limit from 10. I can do that. I just have not done that. Whoopsie. Dave's Hot Chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken is good. I had that in somewhere. Where did I have it? I didn't have it in Nashville. Where did I have Dave's Hot Chicken? It was good. I had it in my hotel. I remember that specifically. I had it delivered to me because I'm lazy. No idea where that was. I had it though, and it was good. God, where did I have that? I wish I remember. That's gonna upset me. Coronado Cafe. Yes, Coronado Cafe is the beautiful place in South Point. Cardinal, how do we get entered? You can enter the drawing in YouTube or Twitch. So go to YouTube or Twitch, ZVL Bowling, say exclamation point raffle. And as long as you are a subscriber on YouTube or a follower on Twitch, you will be entered into the drawing. We have another about 8 minutes until we are picking our next person. Gabriel, I was able to win over 13,000 tickets between Castaway Bay and Cedar Point. Love that for you. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. JR just had this conversation about the amount of balls allowed on tour. I like the idea of, let's say, 10 balls registered before qualifying and letting them swap out a couple if they make match play. Yeah, that's my favorite part of the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open is cool. Like, it's cool that they use so many patterns, but you could get, I don't care about that much. I love the ball limit because as a guy who likes data, I would love to be able to find a way to see what ball was used the most on tour. What ball was the most successful on tour? Right now, it's kind of just like a feel thing, right? Like, I don't know what would be a good example. Like, I would love to know how many people made match play with a black hammer on their ball card this year. That'd be awesome. Or with a Spartan on their ball card. I think it'd be really cool. But I know that one's kind of hit or miss, but I would love that. I would love a ball limit. So who knows? Who knows what happens next year for tour? Maybe that's something that gets implemented at some point. AJ, let me get a chamois. Hey, I mean, you can try winning one. You can try winning one. Remember, YouTube or TikTok to be able to, or YouTube or Twitch to be able to win one. All right, let me scroll through a lot of these. Shorten time, or you could do 2 at a time to speed it up. That is also true. I could, but I like chilling here and hanging out. I actually don't have anything going after this. So, Mike, have you been to a Buc-ee's? I have. It was a lot. Buc-ee's are a lot. Did I ever have Roy Roger burgers? No, I've never even heard of that. Lee, what should be my next ball? You have a Black Widow Solid, an Equinox Pearl, the original Summit, and a spare ball. I think some kind of weaker Pearl is going to be a good play for you. So you're a youth bowler, so I'd recommend something a little cheaper. The Intel Recon's a little bit cheaper right now. IQ AI is cheaper in some places. Otherwise, I think Crown Victory might be your best choice. Crown Victory is only $130 right now at bowling.com. So I would lean towards that, just as like some kind of sharper bowling ball for you. Card games, what is your opinion on interchangeable fingertips for a two-hander who has growing fingers? I don't recommend it because I actually have them with me right now. I don't know why I have these sitting here, because fingers are easy. All you have to do is replace this guy with a bigger size and you're good to go. So I think fingers, I do not recommend getting interchangeable fingers. They break too often. So I would just switch these out. Put in whatever size fits you now. When you outgrow them, then you can just go to a bigger size. Like these all have different sizes. So just go to a bigger size and you're good to go. Yoshi, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Alchemy, you're getting your Fallout and Deep Ocean Vibe. I think that Deep Ocean Vibe is going to be the banger of the bunch for this last set of Brunswick releases. I have a feeling that is going to be the goated one. Tonio, what are some good ball options if you have a lower rev rate? You throw about 15 miles an hour. Lower rev rate guys usually like those middle to stronger bowling balls, so I think medium to stronger balls are going to be the best play. B Hart. After the first event of the season, a lot was made of the fact that the Bionic won a title, but Bonte used both the Bionic and the ball you don't like, the IQ 78. Yeah, and the ball I don't like is because that's the only urethane those guys can use. That's why that ball wins so often. So that is why that ball keeps winning. But yeah, no, there was, I mean, and the Bionic did win. It was used in 4 title matches, I think. 5. It was used, I think 4 or 5 wins this year were where the Bionic was used. But I mean, you got to remember that is one game out of the 20, 30, 40, 50 games in qualifying. I care more about that other bulk. The TV show, that's not a big deal. But what they did in qualifying is what I really care about. But I'm also a guy who puts more emphasis on those 20, 30, 40 games and not the one on TV. So that's why I see EJ as like the clear-cut favorite for winning player of the year this year, because he led so many tournaments. But I would like to see that a little bit more of like what was used. And of course, game 1 is always urethane 100% of the time. But after that, I would like to see what balls were used most. Xenix, you've got your high rev, medium high speed, Gremlin Tour, a Viking, purple, and a Concept. Yeah, you have a lot of options. I mean, you have strong sharp covered with the Viking. You have medium smooth covered with the Gremlin. You have a lot of other options in there. Aaron just won a regional title for Major Bowling. No, oh, the guy's last name is actually Major. Interesting. Cool. Cool. I can't wait till the new F5 bowling ball sensor comes out. I know, I haven't heard a date yet, which is weird. I want to hear a date. If anybody from Storm is watching, send me a date. Jim Ward, what was it like to go to Hopkinsville, Kentucky to the CTD facility and hang out with Ron? Did you drill any bowling balls down there? Or did they drill them for you? Yeah, it was incredible. I think the Hopkinsville plant, where Ron is for CTD, was incredible. I learned more about bowling balls that day talking to Ron than I ever have in my life, which was awesome. A lot of cool, neat little quirks and things that I didn't really know that happened behind the scenes or like in the creation of a bowling ball, things like that. I was not able to drill a bowling ball myself. They had a guy there do it, which was a-okay. I don't really need, it's just a drill press. So they actually drilled out that Brunswick Fury for me, and that's what we used on the review of it. is that Fury, because Ron was hurt at the time. So it was me and Dustin were able to throw that. And it was awesome. It was incredible. Super cool place. The lanes were super fun to be able to bowl on 2 different lane surfaces to really see what the difference is. So I think an awesome place. If you have a chance to go there, I do recommend it. I think it's an awesome place to go check out at least once. Yo boy Bryden, thank you for the follow. Why does Storm keep, I'm guessing you meant Jesper at staff. He only throws urethane because he wins a lot. That's with all those guys. The goal of a staffer isn't really what you throw or how you throw it. It's just being able to sell bowling balls. Jesper has been able to sell more IQ 78s than probably anybody else on the planet. So even though like he only throws Thane, he sold a lot of urethane. Is Ron in the old Ebonite building? Yes, Ron is in the original Ebonite building. Oh, really? Boomershine said early October for the F5. Nice. That's awesome. Hey, Marybeth, what's going on? Great to see you. Hello, hello. Minute 30 left to be able to win a ZVL chamois. Did I tell you guys what the next chamois is? We gave away another black one. I did not. I'm very sorry. Teal and blue this time. Teal and blue is going to be this chamois that we're giving away. 1 minute left to join exclamation point raffle. Only 126 people in this drawing compared to the last one. What's the best symmetrical Brunswick ball? Oh, Alert. Brunswick Alert by a mile. That's probably their best ball in the market right now that isn't a urethane. Yeah, Brunswick has a lot of really good stuff out right now, but that Alert is still, I think, ahead above everything else. Like, it is a really good piece that fits so many different games. And that's the cool thing with those really good bowling balls, Bionic, Alert, Venom Shock, Phase 2, is they fit so many different styles. That's what makes a ball good, remember. Not how good it is for you, but how good it is for so many people. Joe Smith, IQ 78 or pitch black? I will always say pitch black as long as it's allowed. I think that'll always be best. Samuel doesn't overreact. I mean, it depends. It can overreact. It's a very smooth bowling ball, so it will overreact less than a lot of other pieces. But it depends, I mean, when you're using it, how you're throwing it, all that stuff. Is the Alert far enough away from an Ion Pro Solid? No. Well, sometimes. If you keep Shine on your Ion Pro Solid, I think they make a good 1-2 combo, which is honestly why I might pick up an Ion Pro Solid to have that 1-2 combo, because I don't have much that goes after my Alert right now. But yeah, otherwise, I don't think so. All right, giveaway number 8 for the blue and teal chamois. We have Derek Miller, 1498. Derek Miller, congratulations. Are you still in chat? Looks like you joined through YouTube. So Derek, make sure to say hi, hello over on YouTube. Let's see. Tonio, I love Ron's channel. He's helped me pick out some stuff. He sold me on the Ion Pro Solid. Oh, it's the best ball on the market for sure. Or not best. That's over exaggeration. It's a fantastic piece. It was number 2 ball in 2025. I'd say it's still top 5. I saw a comment here about finger grips. Where did that go? There it is. Card. Let's see. Derek, make sure you say something yet. Card. Follow-up question. Where I'm at, the fingertips are Vice, and they cost $12 to replace two fingertips. But the Turbo, they don't have them. Is there a shop I can get like 5 fingertips and glue cheap? If you're buying like just grips and glue, I'd recommend online. Pro shops don't really sell that to you like separately. If you buy them from a shop, they usually put them in for you. So if you just want to buy them yourself, I would recommend buying them online. Bowling.com has everything you need generally. All right, Derek is the winner. You are here. What's going on, man? Congratulations, blue teal. Oh, let's not go blue. We'll call it teal. All right, giveaway number 8 done. Complete the giveaway. We are going to go to giveaway number 9. I am actually going to cut this one down to 7 minutes this time. 7 minutes for giveaway number 9. It is open. Exclamation point raffle to be able to join. All right. Tippet. Just recently got a new spare ball. It feels like it weighs a ton when I roll it. Had to go back to my old spare ball. Put it on a ball cup. It was only 2 ounces more. Is the fit different? Is the span different at all? Or the finger grips too big? Or the thumb too big or small? Like, that would be the only reason if it's not actually heavier. That's interesting. Vanto, how different are the Bionic and the One Ovation? Bionic is going to be weaker and sharper down lane. Much weaker, or not much weaker, but weaker and a bit quicker down lane. One Ovation is going to be a step above it. Yeah, Andrew over on Facebook, make sure you do exclamation point raffle on YouTube or Twitch. Those are the only two ways you can join. I just stabbed myself with my pen. So it is only on YouTube or Twitch, unfortunately. That's how you can join. What would I compare the Wicked Gremlin to? See, I've been trying to figure that out. I would say like an Equinox Solid is where it kind of fits. So the Gremlin, they both are kind of weaker cover, stronger core. So I think the Wicked Gremlin and the Equinox Solid are a little bit closer than you think. We hit that one. Debating on getting a Honey Badger Intensity. It wasn't good. That one wasn't very good. AJ, what's the next ball? You've got Ion Max Pearl, Equinox Solid, Transform, Sunstorm, Monsoon. Yeah, you have nothing in the middle of your arsenal. You have weak and you have really strong. So I think some medium symmetricals will be good. And how does the Rockstar compare to the Phase 2? I saw the Rockstar as a little earlier and a little bit smoother. Others saw it as vice versa, but otherwise they are very close together. So if you have a Phase 2, you don't need a Rockstar, and vice versa. Card, how many chamois are left? 4. No. 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. Really? Did we give all those away? Let me check to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we've given away 8. Okay. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 left. Okay, we are good. My math was bad. Journer, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. So we have 4 chamois colorways remaining. Would you say an alert is medium symmetric? I do. All right, let me catch back up, going through all the exclamation point raffles. Tim, your brother bought a Zero Mercy Pearl and let you use it. He claims it's just for Sport Shot, but he'll never bowl tournaments. Oh, it's not just a Sport Shot ball. It's actually better on house, in my opinion. I think Zero Mercy Pearl is a great house shot ball. Nesu over on Twitch, I really want to get a second ball besides your raw hammer. Do you want more hook? If you want more hook, I would go to like the medium category. Crown Victory, you could go Alert, like I mentioned. You could go Ion Pro Solid, Rocket AI, Venom Shock, something like that. If you want similar strength level, you're going to have to go to like the Fury line, the Hustle line, something like that. All right, let me catch back up. I'm getting my scrolling in for sure today. Holy cow. All right, we hit how many chamois. Will they make a Fury Solid? No. No. A lot of those entry-level lines, they just kind of make it. They pop it out there, then they keep it out for a couple of years. So I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Chan, what 2 balls would you recommend to pair with a concept? Very, very rev dominant. I would recommend some weaker pieces. Something like a Typhoon, a Fury, a Bubblegum Vibe, something like that. And then some kind of medium-ish bowling ball. Alert works pretty well. Venom Shock. I would honestly not even go Ion Pro. I'd go Monsoon if you're going Storm. Go to eBay for finger grips. Absolutely another good option. Thoughts on the Jackal V2? We haven't seen much about it, but it looks pretty good so far. It is not a Jackal Ghost, though. So don't think it is a Jackal Ghost replacement. It is earlier and smoother than that guy. So be aware of that. 3 minutes left on the giveaway, by the way. Is the Danger Zone Purple Ice a good option for Nesu? Let me catch back up and see what you said. Steven, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that would work pretty well, actually. I think that would work well. Can't really tell any differences between the two, in fit between the two spare balls. Odd. That's really odd that it feels heavier then. It's really interesting. Good replacement for the Scorpion Strike. Hammerhead Pearl, Phase 2 Pearl, something like that. Israel, thank you for the follow over on TikTok. Thoughts on the Venom Shock from Josher? One of the best balls ever made. One of the greatest bowling balls ever created. Brian, how does the Jackal Ghost V2 compare to the Zero Mercy Solid? Zero Mercy is much stronger and smoother. Actually, probably stronger and a little bit quicker, honestly. Emerald, how does the temperature affect oil on lanes? So the hotter the building is, the quicker that oil wants to dissipate off the lane. So the drier the lanes are going to feel. The colder that building is, and the colder it is in general, the thicker the oil is going to feel and the longer it wants to stay on the lane. So if you're in a place with really hot temperatures and the AC isn't very high, you're going to notice that oil dissipate a little bit faster and transition a little faster than if it's cold outside and cold in the building. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. If you have a Zero Mercy Solid, do you need an alpha? No, generally not. They made a solid rhino and hammer has hybrid raws. True. Once they refresh the colors would be your best bet. But I don't see them refreshing the colors for at least a year. He won't let you buy the Zero Mercy Pearl either. That's unfortunate. Jenny, are the Bionic and the Vengeance too similar? I think Bionic and Vengeance Returns are too close together. I don't think Bionic and Vengeance solid. Axty, have you seen One-Handed Bowling's new video? Apparently Bolero is getting sued. Yes, so a little bit of context on that. Bolero was sued in May, early May, by a group of 12 bowlers in the Seattle area for antitrust things. So they sued Bolero thinking that they're creating a monopoly and doing some things to really make bowling too expensive. They are currently in a court battle. However, the judge actually paused the case, and it's only going to happen in September now. So in September, there will be a reading on if they should throw away the case. There's two big problems with the lawsuit is one, antitrust doesn't really work that way because Bolero purchased all of the centers that they got and they don't have a monopoly. So they didn't do anything illegal to get all of those bowling centers. And they're not really they're not taking over 100% of every area. So it's really hard to cover it there. And number two, if Bolero gets sued and if Bolero ends up leaving bowling, bowling is dead, to put it bluntly. They own 360 centers and there's only about 3,000 centers in the nation. So that's over 10% of bowling centers would close and probably turn into different buildings. So if it does happen, bowling takes a massive hit. You will not see PBA anymore. You will not see a lot of bowling centers. That's going to be almost the death of bowling as we know it if it actually goes through and Bolero says, screw it, we're done. We're going into water parks and calling it a day because they are in water parks right now. So it's very unfortunate. Yeah, it's a weird situation. I know there's a lot of guys rooting for Bolero's downfall, but it's kind of like the people who root for USBC's downfall is nothing replaces them is the problem. All right, giveaway's done. Giveaway number 9. Hey, it's Wayne. Wayne, what's going on? It's Wayne Serentopoulos. What is up? Congratulations on winning. This is going to be a teal chamois for you. Make sure to say something, Wayne, and you are good to go. Wayne Serentopoulos 649 is the winner on YouTube. The next raffle has not opened quite yet. What is a ball similar to a Summit Ascent in 15 pounds? Ooh. Is there anything? Ion Pro Solid, kind of. Wicked Gremlin's too strong. Bionic's too strong. Monsoon's too weak. From Storm, Ion Pro Solid's going to be the closest thing you've got. Otherwise, a Wicked Gremlin. From Brunswick, Alert is probably fairly close, I think. Motive, nothing. Black Venom, I'd say from Motive would be the best one. All right, just waiting on Wayne to say hello or hi, and we'll be good to go. So where is Mr. Wayne? Yeah, there were at least a couple of solid rhinos, so a solid Cover Fury isn't out of the question. Let's hope so. I think that'd be pretty sick. I've heard that Emerald one rolls really good, and I dulled mine when I was at Creating the Difference, and it looked nutty. For everybody hitting exclamation point raffle, it is not opened quite yet. We are waiting until Wayne says something. Otherwise, we're picking a new winner from the past drawing. So make sure to pause your exclamation point raffles on YouTube and Twitch. And if you're saying that over on TikTok or Facebook, make sure to go join YouTube or Twitch. I love it. I say that and everybody keeps spamming. Some people are here just for the giveaway. That's okay. I understand. I get it. I get it. Let's see. We are still waiting on... Oh, there you are, Wayne. Let's go. Wayne is the winner. Wayne, remember, make sure to DM me on any of those platforms that I mentioned. Yeah, we hit that one. Did I say what color you were getting? I think I said you were getting teal. Congratulations. You're getting teal. So make sure to DM me on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Discord, or email me, zvlbowling@outlook.com. Congratulations to Wayne. We are on number 10. We're going to do another 7-minute giveaway because we're already at 51. 3 more chamois to give away. We are going to be going back to black and gold for this one. Black and gold for this guy. It's going to be what we are giving away. don't even know. I do have a purple and gold left for myself. I still need one for myself. I got to remember that. I still need my own chamois. Card we hit. Really hoping bowling doesn't flop. I like doing league. And it won't. Bowling is in a spot where it's not going to die, but a lot of bowlers are accidentally rooting on bowling's downfall, which is kind of unfortunate. Ironic, but unfortunate. What are your thoughts on swag? Swag is great for those rev dominant guys out there. That's what swag's going to be best for. Ken, the Fury is sleepy good. It is. Do a giveaway on TikTok, Samuel? I cannot. I'm very sorry. I do not have the software for that right now. Tim, do you hear anything about Storm having a sensor in a fingertip grips where it tells you your rev rate? Yes, that is called the F5 bowling system. So F5 is a system that is already a product for baseball where you put a tracker in a baseball, but now they are actually adding that into bowling. So it's going to be awesome to see. Very excited to see how it goes. Sounds like it's coming early October is what somebody in chat said. So that'll be awesome. I'm excited to see how that goes. Why does my Black Widow 3.0 hook too much? Probably you're a little too much rev dominant or the lanes are not in a spot where that's the best ball to use. What's your opinion on the IQ Sapphire? It looks great so far. It looks just like an IQ Ruby. I don't think there's anything too crazy or incredible for it. Like, it's not going to blow anybody out of the water. But I think... sorry, I just saw something else that made me think elsewhere. But I think it's still a great piece. The Pearl IQs are always fantastic, which is good. I did see somebody ask, do you think the rebranding is due to the lawsuit? No, it is not. A lot of people are saying that, but the rebranding was happening well before the lawsuit. So I heard about this, not rebrand really, but like this direction from them before the lawsuit even happened. This has been in the works for a couple of months. This isn't like a quick thing that they're doing. This has been a process that's been happening for a while. The big thing you got to remember with like big corporations is every decision takes a really long time to implement. So with a small company, like with me, for example, if I want to make a change, done. I can do it in a day, like with my content. But for a company that large, this probably has been in the process for a year now, is my guess. It just takes a long time to go through the details, go through the problem solving, go through the testing, all of that stuff. So that is why the rebrand is happening. It has nothing to do with the lawsuit. It's just kind of ironic timing in that sense. Because the lawsuit, again, only happened in May was when it first dropped. And they probably heard about it a little bit late. Is the F5 a copy of Bowler ID? So I don't know anything about the Bowler ID system. That was before my time, but the way it sounds, it's similar. Spalm, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's like an updated version of the of Bowler ID. The Storm Ultimate Motor came out on my birthday and it got a new cover. The Motor series is overseas only, so I know almost nothing about them. Apologies. So I cannot speak much on the motors. Yeah, those are outside of the US. Tori Casey, would the Emerald Fury be a good replacement for the GB4 Hybrid or Mantra? No, definitely not. Way weaker than both of those. Let's keep scrolling. Axty, if you were to make your own ball, which cover stock and core would you combine for a ZVL ball? I've been asked this before, and I think I've given a different answer every single time. Right now, I would go... give me the phase 2 core. Give me the... No, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. Give me their... Ooh... Phase 2 core, vaporized cover stock. Phase 2 core, vaporized cover. Because what I found out is that the vaporized cover was the special piece of the vaporized because the energize has the same core, and I'm getting rid of my energize because it kind of died on me. So I would go phase 2 core with a vaporized cover stock. That would be my go-to. Dustin, I have a strikes and spares in my area, so I'm not worried about them closing, but would suck about PBA, but don't see it happening either. Yeah, that's the hard part is that Bolero owns the PBA. So, you know, if you wipe out Bolero, PBA is gone as well. Someone else would have to purchase it and keep it going. Bolero puts a lot of money into the PBA, which is awesome. That's what keeps the PBA going because you need sponsors, and they are technically sponsoring it as an owner. Nesu, how much are your chamois? 25 bucks. 25 bucks on DH Labs. Labs3D.com. Their link is down below in my description or on my website, zvlbowling.com. 1 minute, 40 seconds left for the raffle. Charmaine, what do you think about this arsenal for tournaments? Bionic, Alert, Concept, Typhoon. Bionic, Alert, Concept, Typhoon. I like it. If you're more for a tournament, I would go Phase 2 Pearl. I don't think a Typhoon is as good. If I get another 15, you'll need to review it. Sounds good, Joshy. Ben Lee, with the IQ Sapphire coming out, would you choose between the Sapphire, Phase 2 Pearl, Concept? I mean, Concept is still the best Sport Shot ball, I think, right now. But for an overall ball, I'd go Phase 2 Pearl. Yeah, that ball's sick. Card game. And what is the RPM fingertip tracking thing called? That is F5. That is Storm. It's an F5 bowling is what it's called. So there's also another one called Witsee, Witsee. That one's overseas. I don't know of a date on that one yet. I want to hit those guys up directly to check, though. GT, don't know if you answered already. What's your approach to picking up the 3-6-10? So I actually do the Anthony Simonson method on the 3-6-10, and that's actually shooting a little straighter at it. So I try to go up like 12 or 13 at the arrows and try to just hit the pocket of the 3-pin between the 3 and 6. And I found myself to be much more consistent that way. I'm a lot better when my shoulders can stay a little more square. So I've actually had better success doing that than trying to go with an angle. How about orange and blue colorway for the Knicks? Ooh, we could get an NBA champions color going. I would love, like, that would be a pipe dream of mine, is if chamois sold well enough where I could make a couple new chamois colors every year. I would love to, like, match, like, MLB World Series champs. Hey, here's a colorway out there for you guys. NBA champs, here's a colorway out there for you. I think that'd be really cool. Giveaway number 10 is ready to go. Tracy Judes on YouTube. Tracy Judes is the winner. Tracy, are you hanging out on YouTube? Congratulations. Let's see if you are hanging around. Tracy, Juedes, is the winner. Congratulations. Congratulations to Tracy. Remember, if you haven't won yet, make sure to check if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you can't win. While we wait for Tracy, we are not doing... There you are. Perfect. Tracy, congratulations. Make sure to send me a DM over on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. I'm at ZVL Bowling. Otherwise, shoot me an email at zvlbowling@outlook.com. That link is also down below in the description on YouTube. Congratulations. You are winning a black and gold chamois. That's 18. 3 more to go, folks. Or no, 2 more to go. Sorry. Yeah, 2 more to go. Apologies. 2 more chamois to give away. We're going to go another 7-minute timer. And we are starting the giveaway now. Exclamation point raffle to join in on the giveaway. We have 2 more to give away. Congratulations to our 18. That's right, 18 total winners so far. Congratulations to everybody who's won. We are going to see hopefully a few more people get those wins. 300 Dreamin'. Have you seen the Fallout go down the lane? I have quite a bit, actually. It is... smoother than I expected and a little bit weaker than I expected. That cover stock is weirdly feeling a little bit weaker than it did on the Zero Mercy. Calmly Insane, thanks for the sub. So it's a little surprising. I don't know why. But it is a step down from what you would expect. So I don't know. It's a little odd. It's a little odd. I'm going to reset my YouTube so I can actually see some of these chats before I get hit with all of the lovely Streamlabs. Let's see. This is the last one I'm going to try. BMM sounds good. Good luck, man. Hopefully you get a dub here. Thank you, everybody who's sending in all the Jules gifts as well. I do really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, didn't miss a lot of chat, so apologies for that. Christopher, what's a good ball comparison to the GOAT Virtual Gravity? I would say Viking Conquest right now. Shorts Demon. I just started bowling 5 months ago, 2 hands, and so far I have a Phase 2 and a Hammer Rod. I'm picking up an Ion Pro Hybrid. There you go. I like it. That I would say, since you just started 5 months ago, I'd pause on getting more bowling balls after you get the Ion Pro. Try to get used to those 3 a little bit, get the form down a little bit more, and then you can come back and try to figure out what ball is needed after. So I'm never a big fan of getting a ton of bowling balls immediately because you got to figure out your physical game before you know what bowling balls are going to fit you best. Should Hammer do a collab with Mass Effect? Yes, 100%. I don't think Mass Effect has made a game in a while though, have they? I don't think they have. Michael Dunn, have noticed that the Turbo X NU is way stronger than what it should be. Yeah, it's an early ball. It's urethane-like, so it's meant to be used on the fresh. It's not a transition ball at all. Have you heard experiences of Zero Mercies dying quickly? I have heard that from a couple of people. I have heard that a little bit more lately, that some of the Zero Mercies are dying out a little quicker than people thought they would. Let's see. Bowling Brian, what advice can you offer to manipulate release to achieve different ball motions? Great question. I have a great option for you. So here's your bowling ball. If your hand, like on your starting position, if your hand starts like this, my way of adding axis rotation, so increasing the axis rotation, making the ball hook later, is going more inside or cocking that wrist that way. This adds axis tilt, whereas this adds axis rotation, which is going to cause the ball to hook later and be sharper down lane. If I want less axis rotation, I actually move my hand a little more on the outside, and that gets me to go through the fingers a lot better. So that lowers my axis rotation. If I need to lower my rev rate, I actually break the wrist, and I actually try to open the wrist a little bit, and that lowers my rev rate, gets the ball to hook later down lane, but doesn't make it be too skid snappy. So those are the ways that I manipulate. I don't do it during the swing. I do it before everything. My overall goal, and most professionals I'm not a professional at all, but I get this advice from them because their goal is not like in the backswing to try to do something different. You want everything in the swing to be identical. You just want that starting position to be different. And it's crazy the difference that you notice from doing that. So that's what I would recommend personally. So for nothing, would a concept or black hammer be better for college? Oh, that's a hard question right now because we don't know the college rules for next year. I think a concept because a lot of places have banned urethane altogether. So I would go concept. What's a ball similar to the OG physics? Nothing. Nothing right now on the market. There really is absolutely zero, unfortunately. The physics blackout was the best we had. That one is gone. Vic, any difference between the Alpha Crux and the Viking Conquest? Yes, the Viking Conquest is a little sharper down lane. Very few differences. Very few differences, but the Conquest is just a bit quicker. Does the wife ever join you on your live? She does not. She does not. Nope. She has never joined me on one of these. Tried to get her to get in a video once in a while, but to no avail. No avail. B. Dean, what type of bowler and lane conditions match up with the on sale next factor? The burn. The burn is going to be best for that. It's not a very good fresh oil ball. Finally going to be a 200 bowler with the 20 pin increase from the ZVL Shammy. That is how it works. That is truly how it works. Tackle Fishing, thanks for the follow over on TikTok. Appreciate it. Let's see. Timberwolves colorway. I think with the lime green could be decent. Tim Wright, if they win, I mean, if they start winning, I don't know how this new pair is going to be in Minnesota, but Tim Wright, what is a better ball, Rockstar Solid or Vengeance? Rockstar is more versatile. Vengeance is better as a strong ball. Yeah, maybe a new Mass Effect game instead. That might be better. Have you bowled on the PBA Tour? Do you have any interest in it? I have not. I would like to bowl some regionals, but I will not be bowling on tour anytime soon. That is not in the cards. Not in the cards. Tonio, do you think there's a way to get more revs if you throw one-hand backup? I don't think you can't get more revs backup than you can regular, unless your form is very unique in that way. It can happen, but it's kind of rare. Jonathan Handy, I have a Dynasty, Full Effect, and a Hammerhead Pearl. Speed Dominant. What medium rev? What would you have next? I would go something below the Dynasty. Fallout, Hammerhead, Alert, Venom Shock, Rockstar Phase 2, something like that. Ooh, Track Synthesis or Paragon Fire. Paragon Fire is going to be better for house shots. Synthesis is better on sport shots for most. ASMR Parker, what would you replace the Piranha with? My 3 balls are a Piranha, a Revenge Pearl, and a White Dot. I'd go Alert. I think Alert is going to be the best option there. I just keep offering the Alert. Nolan, I got 3 balls since Junior Gold ended. That's awesome. Gabriel, I just asked how much I win this many tickets. I just told her YouTube. Debbie, what's going on? Hello from Vegas. I will be in Vegas in a couple of months. Alchemy, thoughts on the spawn for two-handed Rev Dominant? It might be a little too strong. Might be a little bit too strong. 5 seconds left for the SHAMMY giveaway. I forgot to mention which one we are giving away. We are giving away pink and purple this time. Pink and purple SHAMMY colorway is going for number 19. Giveaway is closed. The winner is Jamie Navarro, 21. Jamie Navarro, 21 is our winner on YouTube. Jamie, make sure to say something over on the YouTube chat to make sure that you're here, and then we'll be good to go. So we'll give Jamie a couple of minutes to answer. We'll be good. BMM, Venom Shock is 150 right now. That's solid. Ooh, I do like the Jacksonville Jaguar colorway. I am a sucker for teal. I am a big sucker for a teal color. Andrew Burns, she did just before you got married. Oh, yeah. She was breaking. Oh, yeah. She did hop on. Yeah, stealing some money. That's all right. That's all right. Nolan, how do we win one? I'm doing giveaways on YouTube and Twitch. I have one more SHAMMY that I'm giving away. Jamie is here. Congratulations, Jamie Navarro. Jamie N., you are winning pink and purple. Congratulations. Pink and purple SHAMMY is given away. We have one final SHAMMY giveaway that we are doing. Giveaway number 12. Congratulations to our first 19 winners. Our final giveaway is live. 7 minutes remaining. Exclamation point raffle to be able to join. Starting now. Now it's live. Sorry. Might have just missed it. But we are now live with our final SHAMMY giveaway. We are going to be giving away light blue and red today. Light blue and red is going to be the final SHAMMY that we give away. And then I will have these all sent out in the next couple of days. Huge thank you to everybody that's been joining in for the raffle. I do really appreciate all of you guys jumping in and hanging out all day. It's been a long stream, so thank you guys all who've hopped in. Thank you for everybody who's been following and subscribing. We have a lot of new faces. We have a lot of older faces, so welcome to everybody. For anyone who's new, my name is ZVL Bowling. I run a lot of different social media channels. I'm a full-time content creator, one of the only full-time content creators in the world of bowling, and I make videos on tips on bowling, tricks, announcements, news. I cover everything in the realm of bowling. So make sure to check out some videos. If you have not, we have a lot of really cool things coming in the next couple of days. So a lot of really fun stuff happening. Debbie, did you see all the road work in Reno? I did not. I did not see that at all. I don't keep up much since I left Reno, though. Are you doing more giveaways this week? This will be the final giveaway this week and for the next couple of weeks. So this giveaway is brought to you by Ron Hickland at Creating the Difference. I won a challenge of his when I was out at the CTD headquarters in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. So big thank you to him because I won. He gifted us 20 SHAMMYs, and then also DH Labs for also gifting us those 20 SHAMMYs as well. So big thank you to those two people. Remember, if you are not this final winner of a SHAMMY, it is okay. These are not $100 SHAMMYs. For $26, you can buy any of the 5 colored SHAMMYs that we've talked about on this stream at dhlabs3d.com. Remember, if you buy one, it boosts your average by 15 pins. And if you post a picture of it and tag me, I will be sure to share it as well. So if you want that share, we can absolutely do that as well. So please let me know if you do end up grabbing one of these awesome SHAMMYs. We have 5 colorways out there. The sooner we sell out, the sooner we make more SHAMMY colorways as well, so we can fit something that you guys, your perfect SHAMMY colorway. So huge thank you to everybody that's jumped into all the giveaways so far. But we have 4 minutes left. Let's answer a couple more questions before we do our final pull. S from TikTok. Do you think Scorpion Low Flare works best for short, medium, and or heavy? I'd say short and medium. Short and medium is best for that ball. War Thunder. What is your opinion on a bag for dryer, house shot, and a little rev dominant? IQ 2 or... Oh, I missed it. No, I got to go back. I saw IQ 2 or solid was in there. Crown Vic, Tropical Surge, Optimum Idol, Monsoon. I think it looks really good. I think you have a lot of weaker bowling balls, so it looks really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Then I get through all of the Streamlabs. Boop, 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 doo. Next time I do this, I will find a way to not have Streamlabs say stuff. I need to win this one. Chicago colors. There you go. Not steal, confiscate. Tonio, the reason I'm asking all these backup questions is because I throw one hand backup. Oh, there you go. There you go. If you do Jaguars colors, it will deduct 25 pins. Yeah, you will not win a Super Bowl, but it's going to look cool. That's what the Jaguars are here for. They don't win, but they look sweet doing it. Best colorway in football, but God, they cannot win a game. Well, they can win, just not a playoff game, really. Spalm, you have a Zero Mercy Pearl, a Deviate Instigator, and a Spare Ball. Is the alert the right adding? Yes, 100%. I think an alert fits well there. Spacin, still looking forward to the all ball, including discontinued ranking video. I never mentioned the including discontinued video. I'm not including I don't have the discontinued stuff on there, but I am making an all ball video. That is probably coming out. That's coming out next week. That is going to be coming out next week. Probably next Thursday is my guess. That is my guess. Vic, Alpha Crux, IQ Tour, Crown Vic Pearl, Web Pearl. What would you add between the Crux and the Tour? Phase 2, Alert again, Venom Shock, Rockstar, Bionic could fit there as well. I think a lot of great options there. Ben Lee, when are you going to be in Vegas? I'm out in Laughlin. I enjoy your podcast and unbiased opinions. Would like to meet you. And are you in Minnesota? I am in Minnesota. I will be there in October from the 15th until the 18th. I will be at South Point for the Agent Ong Open. Make sure to go check out the Agent Ong Open. Really cool announcement from them, by the way. So Brunswick is sponsoring the event. What is going to happen? The winner is going to get a 6-ball Brunswick arsenal of their choice. So they get a brand new arsenal, whoever wins, which is awesome. Super cool. And I think if it's a staffer, then it goes down to the next person, if I remember right. Not positive on that part. Jay, what's up? He don't care about the Jays, man. Sorry, man. I have a Danger Zone, a Phase 2, and a Hammer Envy. What ball? You just said this 3 minutes ago, brother. You got to be patient. What ball should I get next? I don't own a Pearl yet. I'd recommend a Pearl. Middle Road Pearl. If you like your Phase 2, grab a Phase 2 Pearl. And Jay, as a speed-dominant bowler, I'm struggling to get the ball to consistently hook. I would recommend, when you're a speed-dominant bowler, you need stronger pieces. You need to work on your surface prep. Having a little more surface or a little more sanded bowling balls is going to help. Otherwise, try to increase that rev rate or lower that ball speed a little bit. Those are going to be the best plays. Minute 30 left on the raffle, by the way. Sonny, would there be a huge difference having a Black Widow Mania versus an Outer Limits Black Hole? Yeah, those balls are a bit different. The Outer Limits is a bit weaker. And a little bit smoother from what I've seen. Chloe, pick me. Swag Intensity Hybrid colors look good. Yeah, Swag usually has some decent colors, which is great. I love seeing that. Mo, how would you deal with rude people in League? First League and most people are nice. Came across 2 guys yesterday that weren't very friendly. Ignore them. It's the best thing. I mean, honestly, it's the same advice I do when I get hate comments is ignore them. Generally, trying to talk to them doesn't go well. So it's best just to ignore the dummies, let them kind of go away because they're usually trying to get reactions out of people. Like, it's like they're IRL trolling to a certain degree if they're being rude like that. So just let it slide off. They're being idiots, so let them be idiots on their own. If they don't get people to pay attention to them, it's kind of like bullies in high school. Like, then they stop. Off topic, thoughts on Sony's bold move. Are you talking about not having discs anymore? Because I get it. The video game industry is doing everything they can to try to cut costs right now because video games have been very inflation proof for the last like 20 years, 15 years. I mean, the cost of a video game has gone up $10 in 15 years, which is insane, as everything else in the world has skyrocketed. So I think they're just trying to find ways to keep their products at $70 or $80. So I think that's what they're doing. ASMR Parker, can you show all the colors if you have them in front of you? Yes, absolutely. So the one we're giving away, right now, light blue and red. That is color number 1. Color number 2 is this Prestige Edition. It's black and yellow or a black and gold. Number 3 is our fan favorite, pink and purple chamois colorway. Number 4, I'm going to make sure I have to keep these in order. Number 4 is this one, teal and green, ZVL teal and green. And then finally, we have a purple and gold Minnesota Vikings color or Lakers. Bro, I come to your page every time I get a chance to get a new ball. Hey, thank you so much, Kay. So those are all of the colorways that we have. Our giveaway is officially ready to go. Storm Products gave you an Equinox. That's sick. Our final winner Oh, you just said something too. BMM Golf. BMM Golf is the final winner of our Shammy giveaway. Congratulations, BMM Golf. Make sure you say something in chat so we know that you are present and you're good to go. Congratulations, man. I will get me some information about you and we'll be set. Answer a few more questions while we wait for BMM Golf. Sunny, we answered. Rick Too Tough. Ravens have the best colorway. Ravens colorway is pretty sick. I agree. Would be a good ball for a dry house shot. I like the Typhoon or Monsoon. Otherwise, the Vibe series are really good as well. Let's see. Let's try to hit next Q&A stream Monday. It is going to be Monday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next Monday, 2 p.m. Central. Chloe, it's rigged. Rigged. I chose all of those. I mean, we did have a lot of people jump in today, which is awesome. What's his top strength ball in my bag right now? I have an Ion Max. I don't like it much, but Paragon Shadow is my number 2. Paragon Shadow is my current favorite in that spot. That's what I'm bringing to tournaments right now. Jags win the Super Bowl this season. I'd love that. Hey, BMM is here. Congratulations. You are winning the BMM Golf. Congratulations. You are winning the blue and red. Congratulations to you. Remember, make sure to DM me on any platform, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, or Discord. Otherwise, send me an email, zvlbowling@outlook.com, to let me know your proof that it is you, and then also your address, and I will get it in the mail. Huge thank you to everybody that joined in the giveaway today. That is all we have to give away. I'll be staying live for a couple of extra minutes to answer some last minute questions. But otherwise, huge thank you to everybody that jumped in. Huge thank you to everybody that supported. There will be more giveaways happening just because of the raw amount of support you guys are giving to these streams. Like, I want to be able to give back to you guys as much as possible. Being newly full-time to this, it makes it a little bit tougher to be able to do giveaways. I don't have a marketing budget to be able to dump towards giveaways or anything, but when I can, I try to give away whatever possible. So huge thank you to all of you guys. I'll be answering a couple more questions before we call it today. Tonio, one of the problems I feel like guys in my league are confused by how you throw it. That's fine. That doesn't matter. Does not matter. I mean, you can check in my comment sections whenever I throw a shot. Like, people will rag on your form no matter what. If it helps, Sam Cooley got attacked for his form, and he's a PBA titleist. Multi-time PBA titleist, and people are yelling at him for how he throws it bad. Yeah, thick skin is the best play. What's your, we hit the top strength ball. ASMR Parker, I think the blue and red is your favorite. Nice. Yeah, awesome. I do like that one a lot. That's the one I picked out of the 3 new ones to have personally, because I like to use some of the new colorways when I'm bowling just to have it, and I like new chamois too. So that was my favorite of the 3. So I'll be opening a purple and gold one next. It's rigged. It's rigged, I tell ya. Best budget strong and sharp ball right now. Radical Torpedo. You can get it for like $110. Red and blue looks like a Max Thrill Solid. True. Let's see. Insert name. We did a raffle with just. Wish we did a raffle with just the regulars. I mean, a lot of these people are the regulars, but there's nothing you can really do about that stuff, which is unfortunate. Jaybird, what are your thoughts on the Turbo X? I love the Turbo X. I think it's a great ball. It's very ignored, but I think it's a great piece. Steven, a ball for dry lanes. Typhoon, Monsoon, Bubblegum Vibe, Deep Ocean Vibe, Brunswick Fury. All of those are going to be good ones. Mo, are there any balls in PBA 26 that are meta? I have not seen any. I have not seen any balls that are technically meta. But I haven't watched high-level play that often. I'd be curious to see what high-level PBA play looks like. PBA video game play. What weight do I use? I use 15. I'm a 15-pounder. Slapstick, 900 Global needs more love. True. You did see a Lumen on the ball list. Yeah, the Lumen and the something else were on the approved list a while ago, but no word of what they are. Do you think we'll get a weak Pearl? I doubt it. Since the Hyped Up just came out, I bet we'll wait a little bit until we get something different like that. I actually like the stream without the giveaways. Better chat. Yeah, I mean, chats always get hectic with the giveaways, but I mean, we had a lot of regulars who won stuff today, so that's a big win. We gave away, I mean, each chamois is $25. What's 25 times 20? $500 worth of stuff in the last 2 streams, so that's pretty cool. The email zvlbowling@outlook.com. zvlbowling@outlook.com. I'll also be opening my purple gold one for my next chamois. There we go. Is the fallout good on house shots? The way it looks, yes. Way it looks. Calmly insane. Your form is nice. Thank you. Looks robotic. How consistent you make it look. Thank you, I think. Max best Pearl ASIM for balance 200. A lot of good options. Black Widow Mania is really good. Spartan Pearl is pretty sick right now. Transform Pearl's fantastic. Evoke Hysteria is one of the best balls in the game. So a lot of good ones there. Doug and Debbie. I'm looking for a new urethane. What should I get? Purple Hammer is always your best go-to. That's always the best option. And otherwise, final question is going to be from Wayne. My average rev rate according to Lane Tracks is 285. I'd say Lane Tracks is within 40 of your rev rate is what I found. Depending on the color of the ball, it does change. But usually it's fairly accurate, like within about 40 points. So what I recommend is trying to get a couple different sessions with it to really figure out how it goes. Objective. All right, we'll hit a couple more questions. This is usually when everybody hits a bunch of questions in. I currently throw 370 RPM, 14 miles an hour. I have a Venom Shock and a Phase 2 Pearl. I want to get a solid ball. Would you want something weaker than a Venom Shock or stronger? If you want something weaker than a Venom Shock, I would go like honestly, like a Monsoon. Antonio, thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Or a Max Thrill Hybrid could work too. Yofo, I quit two-handed because of back pain. And now I got carpal tunnel with one-handed. I think my days are numbered. I mean, I think that's got to be a form thing. Like, bowling shouldn't cause pain. It's one of those sports that, like, if there is pain, there's something wrong with the form. So I'd recommend checking out your form a little bit to try to figure out what's going on. Ooh, purple and green could be a good colorway. That's true. Purple or black hammer, Doug? Purple. The original purple hammer, not the 78. And Ryan, Lane Tracks told me my rev rate was 240. Yeah, that seems accurate. I would have put you at 210 personally, but I guess 240, sure, if you want to over exaggerate it. I'm gonna have to send him a $5 bill with the chamois that he won too, make up for that comment. All right, but that is going to be it for tonight, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you who hopped in today, everybody who subscribed and followed. That is the best way to help support the channel. I am a full-time creator, so any help is always greatly appreciated, and the best way to do it is through free subscriptions, free follows. You guys don't have to spend money if you don't want to on these channels. That's a-okay. My goal here is to make videos that you enjoy. Otherwise, watching is the best way to support. So I want to thank everybody who's been watching for the last couple of months. I know we're in kind of a downtime right now in the bowling world, but things are going to kick back up in about early to middle of August. But otherwise, we are going to be back again next Monday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will have a strong lack of giveaways going on next Monday, but we have a lot of other fun stuff that's going on. I don't know if we'll have any ball announcements. I doubt it, but who knows, honestly. We'll have some fun stuff to talk about. We might actually go through my USBC Open Championships videos because I cut all those up yesterday officially so we can actually watch what all happened. So we might go through that a little bit on stream next week. So a lot of fun things coming. Remember, thank you to all of our sponsors and partners who've been popping up here. Thank you to DH Lab and Creating the Difference for donating all of these chamois for us to give away. Chamois winners, congratulations. Make sure to DM me or hit me up so I can get an address so I can send these to you in whatever way possible. And otherwise, I want to thank all of you guys for watching today. I really do appreciate it. We'll be back again next Monday. Otherwise, we have a video coming out 11 a.m. tomorrow, Thursday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Otherwise, 2 videos per day on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on the next one.